The views expressed on this Turnbuckle Tabloid live stream or Turnbuckle Tabloid podcast episode do not reflect the views, thoughts, or opinions of the Rageworks brand, including the Rageworks podcast network, Rageworks content partners, advertisers, and affiliates. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay, the Red Santee, and just want to let you know that, yes, Olskey and I have finally caved in. We've got ourselves a Patreon. Yes, Turnbuckle Tabloid has a Patreon. Patreon.com/Turnbuckle Tabloid. We've done it. We said, fuck it. If you guys want to be a part of the show a little bit deeper, more in depth, intense, get more involved in the behind the scenes and be a part of the show in a more intimate and sensuous ways, why not pay for it? Go to Turnbuckle Tabloid's Patreon at patreon.com/Turnbuckle Tabloid. You guys can be a part of it. Check out the tiers, things that might be able to fit your needs when it comes to us here at Turnbuckle Tabloid. So guys, please help us out here. It helps us to build the product, better audio, better apps, better programs, and of course helps us to build us to be a better podcast, although we're awesome as is. But still, regardless, your contributions, your shillings, your bits of change could help us to grow here at Turnbuckle Tabloid. So once again, patreon.com/Turnbuckle Tabloid. Be a part of the extravaganza and the ridiculousness and buffoonery that is Turnbuckle Tabloid. Join us on social media and as well as all the podcasting outlets. And as always, enjoy the show.
Hey, this is Madison, and my mom listens to Turnbuckle Tabloid in the car. Jay, you curse too much.
Turnbuckle Tabloid.
3, 2, 1.
I smell it in the air. The air of Thanksgiving is upon us. But apparently not, because more than likely it's more than Christmas that you see, because everything is fucking Christmas before anything. They just skip Thanksgiving. There's no turkey decorations or.
There's no. Tell me one Thanksgiving song, and exactly.
Yeah.
You can't. There's no. The only Thanksgiving song that's out there is the tribal chief shooting the Indians or whatever the fuck happened on that glorious day.
On that glorious day.
I don't know, whatever the fuck day it was. Listen, I get food out of it, so I don't know. I don't sound like an asshole, but Thanksgiving is I love Thanksgiving more than Christmas just because of the food and the good vibes. But I see a few people around my neighborhood with Thanksgiving decorations. They have giant turkey inflatables around the crib. It's some of them care.
Yeah,
not most.
There's no inflatable potato salad or macaroni and cheese decorations. There's none of that shit.
What's the difference between your Thanksgiving meal and your Christmas meal? Because usually
Less
it's
food.
the same for a lot of people.
Less food for me.
For where? Which one?
For Christmas is less food. I don't do all that crazy shit for Christmas. Like this, I'm prepped for. I'm excited for. So I go all out. It's a family of 3 here, but I cook like for 12.
Because you send out shipments, so
yeah, like to you and your family, I send out food, and
of course,
depending if people are stopping by and they want to come get some stuff, and of course the Spanish people's tradition is they have pasteles, so that's different this season for that.
Very nice. I'm excited for the penne, boy.
The penne. Are you gonna allow yourself to eat since you're such a skinny bitch now? You allow yourself to stretch it out.
Like I said, now I maintain, so now I can eat normal at some times. Like I'm not on a 124/7 strict diet no more. Now I could actually balance. I'm trying to balance my way. The past 2 weeks I've been eating not bad, but like I've been having meatloaf. I've been enjoying like the usual trimmings my family makes and what I cook usually, and I haven't lost a pound. So
okay.
So I'm kind of like trying to balance that. So of course I'll have the penny now. Like I said, I was going through the strict bullshit then in order to balance it now. So now I can enjoy that kind of stuff.
For all you non-Spanish people, pernil is basically a pork shoulder. Depending on the size, it's a holiday tradition in Spanish households. You
It's that good.
Yeah. Right now I got the brine going on for that. I already
that on top of mac and cheese is like heaven on earth. So that's what I really want for Christmas this year. Pernil with mac and cheese. That's the real Christmas delish.
Well, that's
and are you gonna incorporate the air fryer in any of these meals?
Yeah, but it's not gonna play too heavy because you see, for the pernil, I'm not using the oven. I have a slow cooker for that. That's gonna be amazing. I've done it before and it's phenomenal. I need the regular oven for the baked macaroni and cheese. I think I'll use probably the air fryer for the ham. I have a sliced up ham, and I'll do it that way.
Sounds good. The roast beast from the Grinch. Well, listen, we're all going through. This year has been absolutely.
Are you sure you're gonna be able to taste it? Because apparently you might have COVID. Like, are you sure?
I don't think I have it. I mean, I didn't feel that well during the week, but now I kind of just. I don't feel anything. I mean, I'm hoping I can get back to work by Monday. I need money, so the holidays are coming up.
In case you guys haven't noticed in the audio, we're speaking to Olskey over Messenger because he had to quarantine himself because Dum Dum came in contact with somebody who may or may not have COVID.
No, may or may not. It's 100%. It was tested positive.
Oh, so okay. Look at that.
I'm not risking that. You have mama at home. I'm not even. Dare I risk that?
I shouldn't punish you because you trusted a person around you thinking everything was cool, but this person is a dum as the biggest one of all.
Oh, don't even get me started, bro. The whole not happy, but listen, like I said, I wear the mask. I wear the mask. It's all about the mask, like Donald Trump, fucking our loser president says.
And his fucking goofball son who just got that shit.
Karma's a bitch, motherfucker. But I wear the mask everywhere I go. Like, I don't leave the house without the mask on. It's just like at work, like whenever I have the mask on like 99% of the time. But when I eat my lunch, of course the mask got to be off. And she ate across from me, in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like, you get COVID, and it's like, well, you ate your sandwich next to me. What's the deal here? So, like I said, I could have easily came today. Am I going to risk that? No. You have a mother at home. I have you. Your daughter. I refuse to have a blip up and get me magically get a positive test and then me go and be extremely worried about your family.
Hey, listen, it's fine. We've done it before, and you could keep your COVID ass the fuck home. But by the way, are they like? Since you have your parents at home and stuff, are they keeping you shunned in the room and they leaving food at the door?
So I have to wear my mask every time I leave that room.
But wait a minute, doesn't your brother work with you?
Yeah, he has to do the same thing.
Oh my God!
He works in a different building. But he works in a different building. But because
you guys are in contact with each other,
I guess. But he could walk around the house without a mask because like I said, he wasn't. Once I found out about to say the name, the person tested positive, I automatically ran in my room, put my mask on, and I told my parents I'm going to get tested. Like, it wasn't like I didn't hug my brother and go, "Hey, what's up, fam? I got positive." Like, my friend got positive. Basically I'm just keeping my distance. I have my mask whenever I leave the room. I usually eat my food up in my room now. I'm just I'm chilling. I have a nice setup in here. I got the PS5 and shit. Listen, I'm not alone. I'm good. I'm playing Miles Morales and NBA 2K. I'm playing Call of Duty. I'm on Twitch and shit. I'm keeping busy.
Yeah.
But hopefully I get back to work by Monday because I do need the money for the holidays. And it does get boring in here.
I don't know how motherfuckers get bored. I really don't.
I don't get bored. It's just after a while, it's like the days go by so much quicker than they used to, than the usual. And it sucks. I hate when days go by like on a blink of an eye. I hate blinking and the day's already over. I feel like it's a waste of a day. So, because tomorrow's not guaranteed. People don't have another day, and the fact that mine goes by like that sometimes, I'm like, fuck, man.
Speaking of which, you're saying that shit, man. Numbers are fucking out of the stratosphere with this COVID shit. It's like 11 million cases,
yeah. And people still think it's fake. Well, you know what? Tell that to my dead family member.
Yeah, 250,000 gone, and it's like. Come on, New York City, the numbers are like 3.4 and the rise. Schools just closed again. They're talking about possibly closing bars and gyms again.
Oh, no, it's confirmed.
No, it's not, because you know why? Because our mayor here is a fucking moron.
They just gave us the warning about barbershops. They said December 1st is they're going to close them back up again. So get your haircuts now, ladies and gentlemen. Get your nails done now.
Our mayor is a fucking idiot. He's an idiot because there's other states.
I hate de Blasio.
There's other states and there's other countries who find schools to be essential, so they leave them open. And the issue with that is our school system here, it's already on a mixed schedule anyway. Kids are only in school maybe 1 or 2 times a week anyway. So why the fuck close it all together? Doesn't make any sense. But I've come to figure out that it's really not about the school system. It's about the union and the money. And those guys don't want to be in there. So that's the real issue. But
I'm an official essential worker now, though. So
yeah, that's a good thing for you.
No matter what closes, I have to stay open because we are technically, because regardless of if schools are closed or not, the parents have to go to work, and they find us essential because we're basically the caretakers of the children now, for these parents who have to go out and go to work.
Yeah,
so even if school's closed and they have no school, they have to come and we have to keep them busy for fucking all day.
Yeah, it's just ridiculousness. I think. With still the rampant numbers going up in these states, with people not fucking following guidelines, following rules, putting on a fucking mask. Because the easiest thing to do in your life is to put a mask on. That's the easiest thing to do.
And people still refuse. And you know what they keep saying? It's, my health condition. You can't force me. You can't force me.
What health condition? Oh, I feel like I got asthma. All right, so what? Then put the mask on, and then if you're in a car and you don't want to be with a mask on, that's your business.
Or how about this? Just don't go outside.
Oh, don't go outside. Oh, but I got things to do in life. And you know what? I swear, these are people that in life, if you had to tell them there's no exchange on a purchase on the store, they would still bring the item back to the store and want the fucking the item exchange. It's like, but I told you, the sign says no exchange. No, but I want to exchange this.
The rules. They hate authority.
They don't get it. They don't get it. Then
Listen, I'm not a fan of authority either, but at the end of the day, it's called common sense and safety.
Nah, but why? Because when you still got this idiot who's sitting down and you got fucking, thank goodness we have another 60 days. Sorry, you guys who don't fucking believe it, but
it's over.
He's gone. It's over. Whatever the fuck drippy head fucking Giuliani's telling you guys, or the rest of his fucking law team, yeah, no, he's gone. They're only selling you a bag of fucking shillings and fucking
shillings
and fucking and used toothbrush.
This dude said Ebenezer Scrooge currency. I'm weak.
A bag of shillings and fucking used toothbrushes, because they'll say it to you in front of the TV and media, but when they go into a judge's offices and their chambers, they can't say that shit because the judges are saying, show me proof. Well, it's not really, we don't have proof about it, right? Then why the fuck are you in my chambers? Because that does lead to other litigations. It could bring disbarment if you continue to pursue these fraudulent claims. But he's selling you guys the dream because you guys are buying into it, and you throw him money, which, by the way, that little fund that he had, a little pact that he's trying to make because he's getting his supporters to give him money. Yeah, that little pact went from 15% going to his legal claims and his legal fees up to 75%. He's bullshitting you guys. The shit that kills me is that there's individuals who I thought was smart, who had some level of intelligence, and even they are being fucking bamboozled by this man's bullshit.
The fact that, but that just comes down to it being a cult. Like, Trump could tell them to jump up a bridge, and they'll make a MAGA jump the bridge 2020 event next week. It's just, no matter what they're told, it's over, guys. The election's over. I'm making $400 easily from these two morons who bet me 200. And yes, I will get my money.
No, but the thing is, it's gone quiet, because I even posted on my personal page. It's like, yo, your man put in the 2 weeks notice, and he still got 2 months to go. Yo, what's up with your man? And nobody's saying, oh, it's not over. Oh, one person said, oh, it's not over yet. It's going to the Supreme Court. No, it's not. There's no evidence of any fraud.
All being dropped.
It's
over.
It's over. Everybody who followed this man in a freaking 10,000 man MAGA march, it's just it's the numbers.
I love how they called it the Million MAGA march, but there was like a number of 10,000, maybe less.
All goofball fucking out of the alternate right fucking idiots who still believe that there's a bunker underneath the fucking Washington Monument that harbors aliens and fucking chupacabras. These conspiracy theories, nut jobs. When the fuck are you gonna open up and realize that this man is playing you like a fiddle? Get over it. It's over. You know what? If you're gonna follow him into the next realm of media network, because I've been saying it for the past 4 years, he's a social media president. He's the media's president.
Well, now he's gonna make his own media source.
Of course he is.
You guys think that when he stops being president, which, like I said, it's over. You think he's just gonna fly away? The dude's goal, his representatives even said it. When he's done being president, he's making his own Fox News. He's making his own media outlet source. That's what he's getting. That's where all your money's going. The money's not going into to help the fraud. The money's not going into saving his presidency. It's over. He knows it. He knows it. He's grabbing your dollars and your shillings so he can have enough funds. Because I'll give you a breaking news scoop. He's broke, and he's trying to get all your money because he wants to make a media news channel that pertains to him and pertains to what he believes because of all this fake news. His representative confirmed that on CNN, that's his next step in life. So what? After being told that, you would think, I would not give this man money. But you know what you keep doing? You keep giving this man money.
And which, by the way, I need to go.
Who'd have ever thought we're giving money to Trump? By the way, I just want to say that.
Right, we had to give him. He was the symbol of wealth, and everybody goes like, "Yo, I got Trump money." Now it's like you can't even say that. Can't even say that
so
anymore.
You broke? Now when people tell me that, it's like, oh, you broke?
You broke? No, and by the way, we go on the show and we go on these rants about this. Let me just go on the other side quick. Yeah, you Democrats are just as fucking dumb as well because you guys are soft. I mean, honestly, you fucking liberals are just as bad and you're just as soft because you allow these individuals, these parties, the GOP to sit there and do this back and forth nonsense to where it's like, oh, no, it's not over yet. Oh, no, we're going to see Trump during the second term when he should be sitting there saying, no, tell your boy, get the fuck out, leave the keys in the mailbox and turn the lights off when he's leaving. Get the fuck out.
I guess that's they don't want to stoop down to his level.
Sort of fuck thing. That shit. This whole same thing with like Biden. Biden, thank you for wanting to do this job. But the other thing too is like, listen, don't give us this bullshit with the we all got to come together and work as a one party system rather than as a two. Fuck that. They don't want to work with you. Now you're gonna be like, you know what, them motherfuckers? Now we're gonna do some mob shit. Now I'm gonna make sure I put everybody in the fucking office that I want to put, and I'm gonna put my fucking peoples in place. And you motherfuckers can't do shit.
Say that publicly. He can't say that publicly.
Well, he better do something because this is nonsense.
That. Of course.
Well, why not? You got these fucking. You got fucking this Mitch McConnell and this fucking queer beer drinker fucking Lindsey Graham running around fucking talking this nonsense about we're gonna see what happens. I mean, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah, but bro, listen, like we just had 4 years of that kind of attitude, and it's like Biden, of course, feels that way, and of course he's going to try to own all Democrats. That's the goal of each party, right? But he cannot go on live television after the 4 years we've had with this fucking dictator and say, "Fuck you all, Democrats." That would be contradicting his whole entire reason why he's running for president.
Yeah,
right?
I think.
Believe me, that's his attitude inside. Yeah, but he can't go on a mic and say, "Fuck all y'all niggas." He can't say that.
I'll step it up to the bank and be like, "Is this mic on?" Yeah, fuck y'all all, and yeah, you and you can blow my beef, and Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham, yeah, you mad, you tight, and these up Democrat parties up in here, yeah.
That would go so bad. Everyone would say that you could not say anything about Trump anymore.
Fuck it. You know what? Because I'm one of those that says, two wrongs don't make it right, but I fucking call it even.
Sure. Like I said, he probably thinks that. It's just you can't say that out loud.
Other than that, welcome everybody to an episode of Turnbuckle Tabloid. I'm your host, Mr. Ear to the Mat, the King of Talk Style, and as always, the cheap thrill, Jay the Red Santa.
And I am the Mook with the mic at home. I am the Funko Hub. I am Matthew Olskey, baby.
Funko Hub. Ooh, that popcast. Ooh. Did it release yet? Did you send him your stuff?
I sent him the
byline?
The byline.
Oh, okay.
But episode 2 coming soon, guys. Episode 2 coming soon.
Make sure you check us out all the social media outlets. Check us out on the like group page on Facebook. Numbers are growing. Participation is growing. Shout out to all you individuals who are being more active on the group. There's a lot of participation. There was a poll this week about who had the best ass in wrestling.
Yeah, I saw that. Like
someone put Billy Gunn. I'm like, what the fuck?
Who said that? That was a guy.
Yeah, it had to be a guy. It was a guy. Somebody said Billy Gunn.
Shrimp.
So make sure you check us out on the like and group page. Also check us out on Instagram at Turnbuckle Tabloid Podcast. Not sure if I'm a fan of this new update on Instagram. It's fucking pissing me off.
No one likes it.
Yeah, it's now we can go shopping on Instagram. Who the fuck asked for that shit? I didn't. I ain't asked.
Nobody cares about these new buttons. No, to be honest, the fact that the like button's on the top right kind of irritates me.
That's weird.
It bothers me. Thanks for
you
could
have put the shop button up
top
there,
right? But of course they want the ones to spend money on the main interface because they're fucking dicks.
Yeah, so make sure you check us out on Instagram at Turnbuckle Tabloid Podcast and on Twitter at
Turnbuckle Tab.
Was there any updates to Twitter, or is it still looking the same?
A few wrestlers mention us every once in a while. Twitter actually, our boy that Punk Isaac actually helps get a few people on there, but nothing crazy. Just wrestler T in the Indies.
But there's no other. Oh, speaking of which, we'll get to that in a sec, because there's some big T that was going on. That was some news. I guess I would have to have brought out Cool Gay Monster for that, but bitch ain't been around for a minute. But other than that, also make sure you check us out on YouTube at Turnbuckle Tabloid. And numbers are going there as well, slowly, exponentially. And it's just like I said, we always just put videos up there because if you guys can't find podcasts, or you don't like to stream podcasts anywhere else, but you enjoy YouTube, just go to YouTube and you get the episodes there as well. That's great for Ben. Shout out to Ben DeBrit. Hopefully he's doing well. Last week he announced to us on the episode saying that he had COVID, and hopefully he's on his road to recovery. I've checked in on him a couple of times.
Yeah, me too. He said he's feeling the same, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah, so get well, sir. Although you're not going to hear the episode anyway because you don't listen to the full podcast, but
yeah, right.
Get well soon. So, and for all our listeners, send out the best wishes to our boy Ben DeBrit, and make sure you check us out if you can't get us on all those Spotify outlets, which is podcasting outlets like Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Audible, Amazon Pod, Music, whatever the fuck, because we're on everything now. Apparently, it's hitting everywhere. Make sure you check us out at RageWorks Network.com. You hit us up at RageWorksNetwork.com. Easily, you put it on your homepage, click on it, you get all the podcasts that's in the RageWorks family. Call Me When It's Over, Black is the New Black, Toys and Text, and of course, Turnbuckle Tabloid, and it's just an easy thing for you guys to do. Also, check in with RageWorks.net for all things that's connected to the podcast and the cult of pop world, the culture that is we do here. Make sure you read the articles for previews and comic books, TV shows, movies, video games. And speaking of video games, big week. Olskey mentioned the PS5 was released. How are you enjoying that, sir?
I love the PS5, man. The graphics are unreal. The controller is probably the best controller I've ever held in my life. It's true next gen. A lot of people are having problems with their consoles, but that's usually just it happens every first couple of months with the consoles. But I have not had any problems so far. Every game is just immersive. Miles Morales is fucking unreal. It's a very short game though. AJ beat that shit in like 2 days, 3 days.
I'm gonna have to find a way, because GameStop is doing their release on
Black Friday
only in store, but it's opening in at 7 a.m, and I have a GameStop that's up the block from my job, so I'm gonna have to find a way to creep out like the Grinch grabs up the Christmas trees and shit and sneak out. Get online.
Yeah, bro. Just make sure you do that. You gotta secure the bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm just do what I can and just. I'm gonna actually try to probably pay a bum to sit on the line for me and just fucking.
Yo, honestly though, that actually would not be
a bad thing, right?
Yeah, that wouldn't be. I don't think that would be a problem.
Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna do that and see if I can secure that bag for that PS5. So I'm gonna check 6 o'clock in the morning, do what I can do there, and do whatever I do to get my PS5. If not, I'll just get it when I get it. Whatever, as always. What's pissing me off is just. like I said, you dumb asses who actually buying PS5s for $1,500. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
People are real desperate right now.
Jesus. The furthest that I would do is that if there was these there's certain online shopping areas like a 7th Avenue or Fingerhut and stuff like that they had it, and they usually mark up the price crazy for it. Like you'll probably get it for like $750 for it. But if they had it there, I would buy it through there because I could pay it monthly and I'd be like, fuck it, I'll get it out the way. That would be the only way I would go to do that. But to give someone $800, $900, $1,500 for a PS5, fuck you. Hell no.
It's ridiculous. It's price gouging to the max. But someone could also say that it's a supply and demand. Listen, it's someone's hustle. I don't believe that. I think it's bullshit. But
I just think they're stupid. If whoever's doing it,
people said if you're agreeing to pay for it, why?
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. My whole shit is if the guys are selling it, more power to them. Get your hustle on, kid. That's you. But for people who are buying it, don't ever tell me that you're broke and the economy's bullshit. Don't tell me shit because you're paying for it. You fucking idiots. Fuck that. I would love to see that somebody got 2 PS5s and they just stuck because nobody's buying them. And you're like, fuck.
To be honest, I know someone like that. He's like begging me to spread it, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. Someone just posted on TikTok and was like, yo, I'm going to sell my PS5 for $1,500. I'm like, what? $1,500? Suck dick.
Fuck out of here. So
my boy told me, "Would you sell yours?" I'm like, absolutely not. I'm a gamer, motherfucker. I bought this for a reason.
Yeah, those are the people that I get their hustle because they're the ones that they don't game, they don't give a shit. So it's like, fuck that, I could flip this. That I can get. When you got thirsty ass gamers, it's like, oh, because I could always get one later. I got you. But deep down you want to be playing that shit. Stop. In your heart you want to be on that fucking PS5 controller, having it vibrate on your balls and doing. All right, I'm going to go into a dark place. Anyway, so this week, ladies and gentlemen, for episode 197, we have wrestling rundown. We have tons of. I have on my end tons of news stories. I got the Zeina Vega story. What else? What do you have?
A bunch of tea regarding, like I said, Zeina Vega and the whole reason why she was fired. Supposedly she was escorted out the building. We have Undertaker news about his $1,000 cameo, which, god damn it, that's okay. You want a PS5 or an Undertaker video? Your choice with that amount of money. Terrible. And some news about, god, I don't even want to, about my son Tama Tonga's new look, which is making the rounds.
Shit.
My man
so fresh and so clean.
Yeah, all I have to say is 2 words: never again. But yeah, we have a bunch of news to discuss in Wrestling Rundown for sure.
Yeah, we also got some news about people retiring once their contracts are up, and tons more. So guys, you want to check out Wrestling Rundown on this episode as well as Around the Square Circle. Around the Square Circle, as always, we go through the review of what we watched this week as well as predictions for Survivor Series we got going down. I don't know. This week in wrestling it was all right. There was one bright spot for me when it came to WWE, and let's see if we both share that same opinion of what went down this week. And of course, in episode 198, cutting a promo this week will be I hate wrestling. Well, that's kind of misleading. It's more about when did wrestling turn sour for you. I was listening to
a bug. It's right now. Not even fucking with you. Lately, I've been like not having the urge to watch wrestling right now.
Because you've been playing your PS5. That's what the fuck it is.
Not even, bro. Not even. I just think that it fucking tires out sometimes.
To me, it's I was listening to a podcast and they were speaking of when basically after the Attitude Era and such, like when did you notice that you weren't really watching it anymore? And then, there's some people who did the comeback, who did the double back, and they came back and started watching wrestling again. But when I have that conversation of when I feel that this occurs with people, when it happened with you, and then we'll have people call in, hopefully, and they'll find out whether or not, they'll share their thoughts about when it turned sour for them. And as well as our conversation this week with indie wrestler and MMA competitor Mel Sanchez. He stops by to discuss. He left the indie wrestling scene for a while, got into MMA, and is also in the booth doing some production and music. But we discussed his transition of his growth, of how he was an arrogant indie wrestler at the youth. A couple of years down the line, he learned how to grow as not only a wrestler but also as a person. And we talk about music as well as his thoughts about our friend of the show, who we unfortunately celebrated the death of Matt Travis. We discussed his connection with him as well. So, guys, don't go anywhere. Stick around. We'll return. Check you guys in a minute.
Is it tough for you to find a date? Difficult on those dating apps to find that special someone? Is it really hard to disconnect from that umbilical cord and walk away from your insecure mother? Well, we have a thing for you. On our website, your friends and family can help by donating to get you someone special in your life. And if it's not a special someone as a soulmate and such, maybe it could just get you laid. That's right. Gentlemen, there is a site for you. It is called gofme.org. That's right. gofme.org is the website which your friends can help to pitch in, get you some charitable donations to help get you, well, basically laid. gofme.org has done many charitable cases and gotten such successful bonds between men and women. You cannot pass up this charitable website for you. You can listen to the many cases we have, read upon how many of our men have found their special someone or that special someone for the moments at gofme.org. The F stands for take a listen of one of our many cases.
Well, I was living in the basement of my dad's condominium for a good, healthy amount of time, and I wasn't getting, the stuff that the ladies have in between their legs. So my dad got pretty worried and thinking that possibly I was maybe introverted and not into that. Oh, don't get me wrong. It's okay not to be into ladies, but I really do. I enjoy them very much. So much that I sit outside of their locker rooms at the local Planet Fitness and wait for them to come out after they take shots. I think I said too much. Any case, my dad put my profile up on gofme.org, and I couldn't believe it. So many people were donating charitable monies just to see if I can get a woman, and within a week, I was able to get, well, let's just say I rounded second base. Oh, but with one more charitable donation from you guys at gofme.org, I may be able to slide home. Thank you guys at gofme.org, and to all my friends and family who want to see me get some trim.
Give a listen to one of our greatest accomplishments in gofme.org history. That is our friend Gregory. So, I really don't care if I ever meet a woman in my life. I was that kind of guy that my studliness separates me from the pack because I'm a real man. I'm okay with living at home and having my gorgeous mother make cookies and bake me roast beef every Friday for dinners. That's all the women I needed. Until one of my cousins, my cousin Bernice, who I used to peek through her bathroom when she used to have a little crack on the side. And I used to look in while she would take a shower because I wanted to make sure she was greasing up and soaping up all her lady parts properly. She could be a mess sometimes. I wanted to make sure she was doing it right. Well, anyway, she signed me up for gofme.org. And man, was that ever a treat. Let's just say I found my true love, a lucky lady from Lithuania. And my, when I tell you, she was the pick of the litter. Ooh-wee. Thank you to all my friends and family, especially my cousin Bernice, who, by the way, hasn't spoken to me in 6 months because I stole her underwear out of her underwear drawer. But it's okay. I'll give it back to her when I'm done with it. Anyway, thank you, gofme.org. The F stands for... This is your old friend Gregory, or for you ladies, Grego. So if you feel the need that you need a loved one in your life to help endorse your lack of sex, or at least want someone to hold your hand while you're watching WrestleMania, go to gofme.org. fme.org is a non-profit organization here to get you some kind of sexual or any kind of intimacy. Listen, guys, if you're that bad off, go to gofme.org. Gofme.org, where the F stands for fuck. This commercial is brought to you by
Turnbuckle Tabloid.
Hey, Baba. It's Harid Sheik, the Sheiky baby, WWF champion. And you're listening to Turnbuckle Tabloid. And if you're not listening to Turnbuckle Tabloid, Baba, you are a jabroni. And I'll fuck you in the ass like Brussels and a Hulk Hogan. Sheiky baby listens to Turnbuckle Tabloid, Baba. And you should listen to what Sheiky listened to.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of Turnbuckle Tabloid. This is Wrestling Rundown.
Apparently, the Iron Sheik listens to Turnbuckle Tabloid.
I'm so happy we got him.
I didn't know that. I did not know that he was a fan.
Well, actually, I messaged him on Twitter, and he said, of course I listen, Baba. So I actually reached out, and Sheiky Baby wanted to be a part of it. He's home doing nothing right now.
I'll discuss more
Like usual.
my interaction with Sheiky Baby, because I watched his documentary, but we'll talk about that on Around the Square Circle. And it was interesting. Just to say the least, it was interesting. As always, I am the Howard Stern of this segment to my Robin Ophelia Quivers, Olskey. So, Olskey, take it away.
The first piece of news we have this week is a pretty interesting story from Chris Jericho, the man himself. Chris Jericho said that he had a conversation with Vince McMahon in the early 90s. And Vince told Jericho that he wanted to start hiring writers in 1999 because he wanted SmackDown to be bigger than Friends. If you don't know what Friends is, it's the hit sitcom, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
See, no one told you life was gonna be this way.
Jericho also explained why Vince McMahon made the decision to hire writers. Like I said, he wanted to beat Friends.
You just had to nail that home, right? He wanted to beat Friends.
I had to say that. Red, what do you think about the idea of hiring writers to be in competition with not other wrestling shows, but with shows like Friends?
I don't know. I'm kind of calling bullshit on this story.
Really?
Yeah, because
lately I can't really pinpoint what Jericho is saying the truth or not, to be honest.
yeah, I'm kind of calling bullshit on this one because from what has been told by many people in the business, Vince doesn't really watch TV. He doesn't watch. He's not a big TV guy. He's all been busy.
He's always busy.
Yeah, if anything's about TV, it's watching old stuff from like old wrestling stuff from WWF or kind of some certain sports like football and shit. But other than that, he's never been known to be I guess a sitcom connoisseur kind of guy. I don't know.
I just think that like the idea, like it wasn't just to be better; it was to beat Friends. Like because I think and I'll make a confession right now. I've never seen Friends. I've never watched Friends.
Oh, you're missing out. It's a great show.
I just don't think it's my kind of shit, to be honest with you. Like, I love King of Queens and stuff like that, but like, I don't know. I'll give it a try one day. I have a long list of shows I'm watching right now. Animaniacs.
Yay! So happy.
Animaniacs week, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, nurse.
Can't say that no more, but
nope.
You know.
Nope. Fucking.
Are you enjoying the first season?
Yeah, it's what they're doing.
I think it's fucking hilarious. It's a modern spin on greatness.
Well, you never watched the old ones.
Yeah, but like I understand now, like the kind of idea that like after watching a few old clips, like I understand like what the vibe is, and I think they're doing a pretty good job at like trying to stay with culture and listen, making fun of Trump. So
no, the funny thing is that the reason why I say you didn't watch the old ones is because it's good for you that you're watching it with fresh eyes. Because then when you watch the old ones, you go, oh, okay, now I know why they can't do and say certain shit. Yep. But yeah, that show has never been really
child friendly.
Yeah, for kids. Yeah, not really. It's very adult orientated. Should
Vince be scared about Animaniacs?
Yeah, he should be afraid. WWE is on Hulu, so they should be afraid. No, there was a part in episode 1 where Pinky and the Brain are trying to
get viral
and take over the world with cell phones. So Pinky Brain asks him, "Do you know what people use cell phones for?" Pinky, he goes, "I think so, Brain. But I don't think I could say it loudly in front of everyone now." It's like, yeah, for porn.
Surprisingly, no.
It's for
not
porn.
That.
No, it's like for porn, man. For
yeah,
porn.
Exactly. No, the innuendos in that show are great. I'm gonna binge the rest of the season probably tomorrow.
So yeah, I'm kind of calling bullshit on that story, Jericho. I'm not sure if that's 100% legit.
Is Chris Jericho a trustworthy source nowadays?
I don't know. I think we might have to do a rise and fall of Jericho 2020. We might have to do that at the end of the year.
Yeah, that might be. I think he might win the biggest downhill award in the Turnbuckle Tabloid Awards.
Yeah.
He got a bicycle.
It has been announced this week that Undertaker has joined Cameo and TikTok.
What the fuck are we doing here?
Undertaker has a TikTok account, and he has started the Undertaker challenge, where you rise from laying down flat. You know when he rises up and his eyes are backwards.
Yeah.
They've created the Undertaker challenge on TikTok.
I should do it with my penis. I should lay down on my back and let my penis come up with like eyes on it and shit.
Like the googly eyes? Oh my god, that's terrible. That's a sight I don't even want to think about right now. I'm gonna vomit.
TikTok after dark, the Undertaker challenge.
Undertaker has also joined Cameo and will be doing Cameo videos for $1,000 each. Only a limited amount of videos were available, and it was to celebrate the farewell this Sunday. So, which by the way, how am I celebrating your anniversary by paying $1,000?
I'm paying you. The fuck
what
is
do you
that?
What do you think? What do you think about Taker? Because listen, Taker having a social media handle is not new. He's been in the social media game for about a year now. But to charge 1,000 buckaroos for a quick video, the fuck you think about that?
That's insane. Who the fuck? First of all, I wouldn't even fucking pay a cameo like from you. I wouldn't pay you for that. What makes you think
you get me for free every day, Baba?
Exactly. Why would I pay for a fucking cameo of the Undertaker? What is he gonna? What the fuck is he gonna come to my house and I don't know, do a rendition of fucking Gilbert and Sullivan and shit? Like what the fuck is what can he do for $1,000? I don't understand that.
And watch, you're not gonna get the Undertaker in those videos. You're gonna get Mark Calloway. You're gonna get him with like the ponytail and the fucking biker jacket. What's going on, man?
He doesn't even have the deep voice. He's gonna be just like, "Hey guys, how's everyone doing? It's the Undertaker, Mark Calloway."
Yeah, he's not even gonna be in gimmicks though. Like, what the fuck's the point?
Hey, I just want to let you guys happy birthday, everybody. Yeah, you thought you really thought I sounded like that? No, I really sound like Mickey Mouse. Oh, there you go.
I should at least get Taker in gimmick, and I know damn well it's not.
Can you imagine that he's like, I gotta do another one? Oh, fuck, all right.
Fuck me. I just took the makeup off. He
gotta put the robe on and shit.
Imagine he's so lazy, he puts a bathrobe on instead, and his hat's like a fucking new era, like Nike hat or whatever. Like,
hey Tommy from Wichita, Kansas. I want to wish you a happy birthday. And if no one wants to celebrate birthday with you, I will tell them to rest in peace. Cha-ching! Another $1,000 in the bank.
Think about it. You are so legendary in an industry that you could get $1,000 for just saying, "My name is Undertaker. Happy birthday."
Yeah, exactly right. It's like, what you want
Bro,
doing?
if it was that easy, I'd be rich.
What are we doing? Okay. Hey, Cecilia from Seattle, Washington. Happy birthday.
I'm sorry about your mother's passing.
I'm sorry you got COVID. Hope you get well. But if not, you might have to rest in peace. No, you can't say that. You can't say that.
Say that this time.
You can't say no. That doesn't work there, Papa. No.
Dead man walking.
No. You can't say that. No. Yeah, $1,000 for Undertaker. Yeah. How about no?
And then. If you thought the Thunderdome was headache standing now, just wait until the next news I have, as it has been confirmed that WWE is moving the Thunderdome to Tropicana Field next month.
Oh, shit.
WWE had Fox Sports break the news on Thursday morning, where it has been announced that starting on December 11th, Friday Night SmackDown will be the first one to present Thunderdome in this stadium. WWE will air its weekly television shows and monthly pay-per-view events from Tropicana Field. Originally, like for the past couple of months, they've been filming in the Amway Center, but now they're upgrading to a baseball field. How many screens are they gonna put in there? Jesus Christ!
No, it's gonna be the same thing. They're just gonna make it tighter. That's what I mean. Like,
for sure.
They're probably gonna end up like building walls and shit and all that.
I hope Tropicana is one of those stadiums that has a dome, right?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Okay, I just starts downpouring when Taker comes out with his makeup starts becomes like Rudy Giuliani.
Exactly.
It's just melting.
Thunderdome! Yeah, that's all it is. They're just gonna build like a fucking contraption, like a little warehouse in there and shit, and that's it.
Is that a smart idea on their part to
they gotta move. I mean, who knows how about the NBA? Because the NBA season's starting on December 21st, so they don't know whether or not they're still gonna be in the bubble or. I mean, I know. Eventually, they're gonna leave the bubble, so they're gonna have to start getting that preparation going. Because remember, they're in Orlando, so
right.
Yeah, it's bound to happen. They're gonna have to move. They're gonna be fucking gypsies. They're gonna go from town to town and shit.
Drifters like Elias.
Exactly.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
This week, Arn Anderson was on a podcast, and he said that WWE should stop violating people for smoking weed. He said, Arn was asked if WWE needs a marijuana or steroid policy, and Arn Anderson said this, and I quote, he goes, "No. Number one, if you are going to use steroids, use them under a doctor's care and use them if you are healing injuries. That's what they're there for. That's what they're manufactured for." He goes, "The pot thing is a joke. You can walk in how many states today and buy it and walk out the door? It is perfectly legal. To have a policy that's against something would be like saying, okay, don't go in and buy a bottle of Jack Daniels. We are going to have to fine you for that. Guys have to have an escape in this business. The travel, the beating your body up, the being away from home, the time to get to your hotel room and wanting to call your wife and talk to your kids in the middle of the night, and you can't wake them up because it's a school night. There's so many factors. So if someone wants to smoke a little pot, let them. But no, they charge them $2,500 a pop for doing it. This is not right. Let them have their weed." What do you think about that, Red? What do you think about Arn's comments? I will start off, and I 100% agree with Arn Anderson.
Of course you would.
Not even, bro. I just think that it's stupid at this point. Like he makes the perfect point. If it's legal in other states, why the fuck why the fuck can't I use? Look, the only thing I don't agree with is if using it on the job. If you use it like after hours, like on your own time, like once you leave that arena, you can do whatever the fuck you want when it comes to that. In my opinion, I don't think it's that serious. What do you think? You think you agree with Arn Anderson's statement?
Yeah, I'm not a weed fucking prude. Like I'm fine with it. Like you said, just don't use it on the job. But that's the problem though, because
you have to trust them with not doing that.
Then you got Vince walking down the corridor and, hey, someone's smoking a doob. Find that smoker. Bring him to my office. It's like, and then you'll be like fucking 100 wrestlers sitting there with a joint in their hand going, whoop. It's like, I gotta put this away. No, weed is also, like I said, it also helps with relaxation. They have cases where cannabis and its hemp powers is also well for joint muscle relief and stuff like that. So it should be used. It should be open forum. It's just ridiculous that we mentioned it before, we're still arguing over whether or not we should fucking ban weed for sports or for life, period. Make money off this shit. Tax the motherfucker and sell it to the masses. Who gives a fuck?
Just when they think they got the answers, I change the questions.
Nia Jax was recently asked about the COVID-19 vaccine and if she would take it, and she went on social media and said, "No, I have my full faith and trust in Jesus Christ, our Savior Lord, and I refuse to take any vaccine that anyone gives me. I have my faith in God, and I have no plan on taking the COVID-19 vaccine in any way necessary." Red, do you think that's a smart move for a person in her position to be saying some shit like that?
Well,
I get that. Listen, I'm not saying that I disagree with her. At the end of the day, like, that's your choice. If you want to take the vaccine,
your choice.
It's like a flu shot. Some people take it, some people
yeah,
don't.
It's your choice.
But with all the rise of COVID stuff, you're basically, I don't know. For me, it just doesn't sit well necessarily. But what do you think?
It's like I said, like you said, it's a choice because. I even asked my mother, and we were having this conversation about trusting if it's a government thing or business-wise, or whatever. But one of the leading pharmaceutical companies, Pfizer, is well known and well trusted. Hell, the factory used to be in my neighborhood, like literally.
Which by the way, Trump didn't have anything to do with that.
Right.
He keeps saying it was, but he didn't.
He didn't. No, and it was a great company, provided many jobs for people in my neighborhood and such like that. But it was a well-rounded and well-performed industry company in the pharmaceutical industry. So I asked her, I said, would she take the Pfizer one? She said, yeah, she'll take that one. She would.
Right.
But as for me, I'm not taking any of that shit. And no, I wouldn't. I'm not taking it. No. I rather, because even at work, we're mandated to take flu shots. I don't take the flu shot. I don't. So
you lie to them?
No, we just have a protocol to where if you don't take the flu shot, you have to wear a mask. So wearing a mask is nothing new to me.
Right.
So I just wear the mask through the year.
I mean, you guys should be wearing a mask regardless.
I mean, we went to, but before COVID, during the flu season, if you don't take the shot, you had to wear a mask. So like I said, that's nothing new to me.
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, I mean, I respect her stance. But she could have done without the whole "I believe in the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ," because then you start sounding a little bit, kind of weird. But hey, for you guys who love God, hey, more power to you. Whatever.
Welcome to the Kevin Owens Show.
This next story is hilarious. I cannot wait. Oh man, this is actually pretty disturbing too. Former AEW video editor Louis Benson took to Twitter on Thursday to claim that AEW isn't a family-like environment for everyone, and he was being allegedly bullied by Cody Rhodes, and he accused Cody of using his power in a wrong way against him. This led to some fans digging up Louis' old tweets, which by the way, before I do this, he did show screenshots of people in the AEW company actually messaging Louis while he was on the job saying, "Listen, Cody's coming, please go somewhere else. Listen, Cody's coming in this room, please don't be seen." Basically, text going back and forth of, listen, if Cody's here, you can't be here. But as fans dig up some old Louis' tweets, it showed that he made racist and homophobic comments.
Oh.
And also seemed to be fond of Cody's quote-unquote meat. and made some absurd remarks toward his former employee a few years ago. Let's go into him. The views and expressions of these tweets are not Turnbuckle Tabloid, so I will not. I'm just saying that now. Louis Benson goes on Twitter and goes, Perez Hilton was guest ring announcer for the Divas match and is a huge N-word faggot, apparently. Next, he goes, at Cody Rhodes, what are the odds we could get some kind of Cody barbecue at StarCast? Because your meat sounds delicious and I want it in my mouth. Okay. Next, Cody's jacket makes me want to look at his wiener more than usual. Another tweet. Jeff Hardy, man, I remember when you and that other Hardy N-word was beating up retarded people. Another tweet. Teddy Long is black. LOL. LOL. Teddy Long is still black. The tweets go on, but this man, and by the way, he looks just like Jack Black. He looks just like Jack Black. Basically trying to expose AEW for being a not nice company, but at the end of the day, it's like if I got those tweets as well towards my way, I wouldn't want anything. If that dude came close to me, I'd fucking punch him in the mouth. What do you think about this shit?
I was just about to say. I said he sounds like an ass. Like before you even got into all the tweets, I said I was gonna give the benefit of the doubt to Cody because I'm like probably dude is just an asshole, and come to find out, yeah, he sounds like a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And probably Cody doesn't want to tolerate that because especially, using the N-word and knowing that he does have a black wife and
not okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, and I don't know.
He thinks it's abusing his power. I think it's just him not being comfortable around you, fam. Like
either that or he's just like you lucky you had a job for or is he still there?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you lucky you had a job for whatever time period you had. Because maybe you're just a prick. And by the way, we were talking about marijuana at the job. 90. I got to believe 90% of the motherfuckers in All Elite smoke weed. I got to believe that.
I can't confirm or deny anything, but I have confirmation about multiple talent in AEW.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Yeah.
I have I cannot say the names, of course, but I do have confirmation that multiple talent in AEW do smoke the ganj, which is not a problem.
Not a problem, but like I said, just make sure you're not doing it on the job.
That's the key.
I have a feeling that some of them may be doing, hot box sessions like they did this week's show. They might be doing hot box sessions in
with Conan
and fucking and
that was fire though. Conan popping up.
And
that shit was cool.
They're doing it in Trent's mom's van and shit.
You like seeing Conan this week smoking some doobies?
Yeah, it was cool. But
I hated Chris Jericho fake high. That shit was terrible.
Yeah, my whole thing once again is, what the fuck are we trying? What are we selling to the fucking masses? I don't know. That's another story.
I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm the guy.
Anything on your end before I go to the last couple of news stories?
Give me 1 second. Hold on.
Because we do have to talk about Zelina Vega to finish it off. That's the main one. We have to talk about just one or two more stories on my end, but I do want you to fill up your stories before we close it out.
Okay, cool. Kenny Omega is inducted into the Wrestling Observer's Hall of Fame, and guess who runs that?
Riho. No,
Uncle Dave Meltzer.
Of course.
So Uncle Dave finally got his favorite wrestler inside the Wrestling Observer's Hall of Fame. And
did they fuck after?
They probably did. But honestly, this is like this is not his first induction, his first try. And I believe they tried to induct him a couple of years, and he finally got in. But my thing is, okay, look, there's people who will go, well, why would you induct a wrestler who's still wrestling? Well, I looked that up, and there's a few wrestlers who are still wrestling that are in the Wrestling Observer's Hall of Fame. AJ Styles, Chris Jericho.
Well, let me ask you this: they inducted Kurt Angle in the whole thing, and he wrestled a few years after that in WWE. So.
I guess the phrasing really is, it's wrestlers never really retire. They just say they do, but they never really don't.
Yeah. That's the one business where it's like they come back.
Yeah. So it's that I can get, but the other thing, it's more of honestly, Kenny only had a great run in New Japan. Like I don't know him for Ring of Honor or anywhere else. I don't know him for having great wrestling matches anywhere outside of Japan, honestly. So if you're basically
giving him the window of maybe 4 or 5 years to call it Hall of Fame. Ah, man, that shit's fucking sketchy. That's terrible.
That shit hit different, son. It hit different.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's like, well, who knows? Hall of Fame's a fucking bullshit anyway. So it's take it with a grain of salt. Whatever the fuck anybody else is gonna take it. Also,
wait. Sorry to cut you off. You heard this is a side story, but you heard a man on John Cena's Wipeout died.
Yes, apparently he after one of the events, he apparently died of a heart attack. But I mean, I don't want to sound cold and callous, but shit happens, bro. Like, you know.
Yeah, it happens, man.
I mean, it wasn't like his head got chopped off with a fucking with an axe or something. It was, you know, he did the event. He must have wore himself out and it caused a heart attack. And everybody's like, oh, you know how much money they're gonna get? No, they're not gonna get any money. No, the family's not gonna get money.
Zero.
They signed fucking clearances for that shit. They're not.
Big time. Which, by the way, I'm sorry. Like, it's not funny and all, but like, out of all games, Wipeout.
Weird, right?
You could, you know, usually American Ninja Warrior maybe is a little more risque, but like Wipeout.
Yeah. Renee Young and Jon Moxley will be mommy and daddy coming soon. Announced on All Elite Wrestling this past week during his promo, which was kind of odd how he did that. Announced that Renee.
Oh, wait, you heard what that was, right?
What
that
was
was Tony Khan. That was Tony Khan wanting their pregnancy announcement regarding to Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch's. So they wanted to have their own pregnancy announcement.
Okay, whatever. So, congratulations to the couple. Pretty much had an idea that was going to happen with Renee anyway when she left. It was like, yeah, it's time for her to make some babies. Going down that same route, Alexa Bliss has made it clear that once her contract is up at 2024 with WWE, she's going to retire as well. And her move is to do the same thing. It's to start a family. Recently engaged with Ryan Cabrera, who is 38 years old right now. So by the time, you know, her retirement comes from wrestling, he's going to be 42 years old, and he doesn't want to be that running around old dad. So they're already planting the seeds of possibly getting pregnant soon. So, yeah, that's Alexa Bliss and Renee Cabrera.
Yikers.
Yeah,
they just got engaged, bro.
Yeah, no, she wants to start a family, and he, like you said, he wants to start one too, and he's old, so... He's of age.
How old is he?
38.
How old is she?
Bliss is, I'm going to say 31 or something like that, 32.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, they want to start their family. And hey, I respect that.
I'm not mad at that.
But you see, that's the one thing that she's 29. This is the thing that I tell people when it comes to female wrestlers. Enjoy them while they can, because a lot of them have that maternity, thing that they want to do. They want to be mothers. They want to be, the givers of life. So, gotta get, and like I say, some of them want to stick in the business for as long as they can, but some of them like, hey, I can get the money right now and be out, and also get on fucking Twitch and make money.
Yeah.
Also, Chelsea Green's name was almost changed on last week's Friday Night SmackDown. The best thing that occurred to her was the best thing that happened to her was that she broke her wrist.
Yeah, facts, because I don't know what name it would have been, but
the name that they were going to give her is Victorious.
You know that's a show on Nickelodeon, right? That's a show on Nickelodeon. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Well, it was. That's fucking terrible.
Victorious would have been her name.
And thank God she got hurt. She probably was so like, thank the Lord.
Yeah.
That is terrible.
Also, we spoke video games earlier. New Day is on. Will be making an appearance in Gears of War 5, right?
Yep, and I will not be playing as them. Batista is already a playable character, and his execution move is the Batista bomb, so I'm fine. Unless Big E is the big ending, that shit would be fire. But like, nah, I'm not gonna lie though. Kofi Kingston doing the Trouble in Paradise, while if you kick the person's head off, would be pretty dope as too. Xavier Woods is like, yeah, who gives a fuck? I'm only happy for him because he's a true gamer, and like this is a dream come true. Like,
right.
People are underwhelming it, like, oh, it's not that serious. No, it is. Imagine imagine your favorite game is Marvel vs. Capcom, and they say, "Yo, we want you to be a DLC character." That shit's like that's a big deal. That's a big
I wouldn't
deal.
give a fuck. I'll be a fucking a driver in Mario Kart. I wouldn't give a shit.
That's a big deal, bro.
Hell yeah.
No, that's even a bigger deal. And Nintendo plays no games with fucking DLC bullshit. So imagine
Make me a
deal.
referee in Fire Pro. I wouldn't give a fuck. Who cares?
Yeah, man, it's a great opportunity for New Day. Another piece of news I have here actually is that WWE and Saudi Arabia have settled their lawsuit. Don't know what the fuck it was for though. I wish I could scrap up that information. Do you have that in your notes about Saudi Arabia?
I've heard the stories, but I didn't really care to fucking look it up. I didn't give a shit. But
they settled a lawsuit in Saudi Arabia, which I think it was due to the disaster that happened last time. But please, supposedly Saudi Arabia was where they were gonna move if COVID was still bad over here. Please, if you do that, I'm not watching your show weekly, and I'll literally take it off Wrestling Rundown, and I'll take it off Around the Squared Circle.
Hey, I just gotta use this drop because I recorded it, so I might as well just use it right now.
Do you understand me, heifer?
Yes. Bro, we need, bro.
Yeah, we gotta do more. We gotta get more. Yeah.
Oh my god. No, because I'm afraid I got some bad news. It's kind of running stale. I want like new ones like Heffa.
Yeah, I know. It's my fault. I got to sit down and start knocking these down, looking them up. Impact Wrestling has wrapped up their tapings, and it seems as though that they are losing two of their. Well, actually, we recorded. I think we said last week the Radicals are gone.
Yep.
And also they'll be losing Taya Valkyrie and your boy Ethan Page. It looks like he'll be off the market.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal. So those are some big. I hope the North stay together, man.
No, they're not. Josh Alexander's staying. Ethan Page is the one that's leaving.
Big mistake.
Yeah, so that's a
big mistake. The North tag teams right now are so thin that the North are honestly considered one of my favorite tag teams in the world right now.
Well, they just lost. They lost two big tag teams with the North and the Rascals, right? Sorry.
The Rascals, yeah. That's a big deal.
Yeah, so
that's a big deal.
That's a big hurt in their tag division.
And women's, because Ty, you already know where Ty's going.
Oh, Tyra's going to fucking WWE.
Going to WWE. She's going with her boy.
She's going with her husband, so that's easily. JTG wants the WWE to honor Shad Gaspar with the Warrior Award.
I'm all for it.
I think it's probably one of the greatest acknowledgments that someone has made for Shad, which need to be coveted and give it to him. It would be a very fucking emotional day when they give that to him. So
I'll tear up, man.
That's automatic. That's automatic.
JTG's making rounds, man. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets signed to Impact or somewhere soon, man. He's making waves in VXS and everywhere right now.
Speaking of, seems as though that there's a rumor going around that a certain individual in the independent scene is trying to stir up some bullshit when it comes to other promotions. Looks like our people at VXS had a little mouse who's trying to stir up some issues with getting their show canceled this week. Shout out to these guys, VXS, who has a show this Sunday, and
I'll be watching.
Yeah, you got a little snitch or a little fucking asshole who's basically trying to tell the county or the officials there in that town that I don't think they should run because they're not following the guidelines, and it looks like they're not testing their wrestlers or their talent or their. Wow,
you're that mad.
What fucking skeevy, conniving little pricks you are, or big prick, because apparently we kind of smell who you are. Yeah,
we
not gonna disclose because I'm from the hood. I don't snitch on anybody, but I've been peeping you for a long time, and I've been telling people for the longest this person is a snake. People been telling me, nah, he cool, he good people. No, this person is a nah. And I've been saying for the longest time to people, yo, keep your distance because this dude will fucking snake you. Yeah, I'll give you that hint. It's a dude because females ain't doing this. The smarter thing would have had a female do it. That would have been the smarter thing. So at least it could push the scent away from you. But it's a dude, someone in the business, someone that people know personally, someone who has their own thing going on, but said, you're doing dirt with your shit, but yet want to throw dirt on somebody else's shit. That's some grimy. I don't know. Yeah, people always tell me that the wrestling world is probably the most dark, seediest fucking business.
And you'd be right.
And with shit like this, is totally fucking 100%. And lastly, on my end, Drake Wirtz, formerly known as Drake Younger in the indie scenes, apparently has a parlor, and I'm a Trump supporter. Week. Yeah, we talked about it last week, but apparently now it's coming out even more to where like Drake Younger seems loves his guns and country.
Well, no, he said last week we talked about how he said hashtag gods and guns, which, by the way, putting those two in the same hashtag is really contradicting yourself, dickhead.
But it seems as though that he's reaching out more, that even the Proud Boys had shouted him out. So,
Yowzers. And you want to know why? Do you want the best part is you put former indie wrestler. Yeah, that ain't happening no more.
Yeah, and he apparently he was the one that also told Joey Ryan that if he needs any redemption and some completion in his life, he should go to the good book and find the Lord.
Really?
Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, well, you need to go to the good book, my man.
So, back to you, sir. How are we going to close it out?
Going to close it out with Zelina Vega as SAG AFTRA Labor Union.
Yeah, Screen Actors Guild and the AFTRA, yeah.
Labor Union issues statement on helping wrestlers secure the protection they deserve after Zelina Vega, which, by the way, let's start off with this part one of this story. It has been announced that it is true. Zelina Vega was supposedly escorted out the building because she breached her contract. A lot of people saying they fired her just to prove a point, but no. They said that in the rules, in her contract, it finally states you cannot make an OnlyFans account, and she made an OnlyFans right after they said that. Basically, her giving them the middle finger, like, test me. She did the test me kind of vibe and made an OnlyFans for her cosplay outfits, for her bikini pictures, which is art. At the end of the day, like, listen, cosplay is an art, man. Cosplay takes a lot of long time. It takes effort. It takes a lot of shit to do. Which, by the way,
she's showing her cooch.
Zelina Vega looks mad good in cosplay. Like, no, I'm not in terms of like looking good, but like her cosplay is very well done. So of course you're gonna make an OnlyFans, and supposedly that was a breach of contract. Vince McMahon and security supposedly had to escort her out the building. Red, what do you think about that story? Because that's part one.
Well, like I said, apparently, like I said, she's not showing her cooch. That's one. And number two, dude, with all the shit that's happening with COVID, that they're not doing live shows, they don't sell merch at the stands anymore. They're not getting paid for pay-per-views because pay-per-views are on a network now, so there's no money in that.
Which, in my opinion, the network completely killed pay-per-views.
Of course they did. So they're not getting payouts for that shit for pay-per-view matches and stuff. So what else are they gonna do? What else? How else can they bring in an income? I'm not seeing any fucking Zelina Vega shirts flying off the fucking shelves.
No, which, by the way, Zelina's supposed to be making more money on Twitch than WWE.
Dude, you think about it like this: she had 14,000 followers on Twitch. If the minimum tier would have been $10,000, that's the minimum tier. She easily would have made 140,000. That's minimum. Not even counting where, you know, people would have been paying out of their pocket for other shit. She would have been easily making $400,000 a year. Just on Twitch alone.
That's crazy.
Insane. Can you imagine what Paige is making? And that's why Paige is like, fuck this place. But here's another thing. You said they didn't make an example of. Did they fire Paige? Nope. Still there.
You want to know why? Do you want to know why? Because they know Paige will go to AEW and they'll clear her over there.
Zelina could do the same shit. She's pretty
much. Yeah, but Paige is the bigger impact. Paige is like, oh man, we just fucked up big time. Paige is a big deal. I love Zelina Vega too, but like Zelina Vega kind of to me
but Vince
is like
a fucking hypocrite because he just acknowledged her as one of the biggest stars on the rise in the company, and he compared her to Stephanie. So what kind of this is a petty nonsense bullshit because he's saying like, you know what? I just said this nice thing about you, and you did this to me. Then you know what? Go fuck yourself. That's what it is. It's petty. That's why I said if all of them would have kept their stuff up, they'd have kept their bit. He there was nothing he could have done. What could he have done? You know,
nothing.
But yeah, as for the whole thing, I knew it was for the OnlyFans thing. I knew that's what it was. And then for them to, she wanted to have at least a conversation with him, and he couldn't even honor that to her.
That's bad.
That's horrible.
That's really bad.
That's horrible.
Wait. when I hear escort out of the building, I hear confrontation, like I'm gonna fight, like the security needs to be involved. There's no way Zelina walked into headquarters and said, I'm gonna start a fight. She probably just wanted a conversation with
Listen,
him.
can I speak to Vince? And somebody came down and was like, what's his name? Something Carano was like, he doesn't want to talk to you.
Mark Carano.
Yeah, said he doesn't want to talk to you. And as a matter of fact, he wants you out of the building. And security just came and was like, ma'am, we need you to leave. And just walked her out. That's how they do it.
Imagine everything you did for that company, and that's how you be treated.
Yeah, come on, man. That's heartless. That's fucking heartless. But you know what? That's business, bro. What's the other part of the story?
The second part of the story is that after her release from the company, she noted that she supports unionization. The president of SAG-AFTRA, the Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, Gabriel Carteris,
Carteris.
There you go. You helped me out with that. Publicly supported Vega and asked for the former star to contact her about the matter. After posted on Twitter, a powerful conversation with Thea Trinidad today. We support her and others as they work to protect and empower themselves. And then Zelina Vega goes on Twitter and says, very powerful indeed. Thank you all for the pleasant conversation and insight. Seems like they will be working together in the future for justice in terms of this whole situation. Which, Andrew Yang, this whole unionization thing. Right? What are your thoughts on these companies reaching out to these wrestlers and noticing the problem in WWE and wrestling beyond?
First of all, I had this conversation with one of the followers on Turnbuckle Tabloid's page, because Gabrielle Cartier, which, by the way, you know who she is?
No.
She was on Beverly Hills 90210.
Ooh, very nice.
She played Andrea, and the connection is she was on the show with Luke Perry, and Luke Perry's son is
Jungle Boy.
So she has an inkling about, knowing people in the business. So I had a conversation with somebody on our group page about that, because they said, what do you believe on you think that wrestlers should be unionized? And I said, they shouldn't unionize. They should be part of SAG. And individual wrote on the page and said, that's a dumb idea. And I said, why do you think it's a dumb idea? And this is because they're sports entertainers. Let me explain something to you. Sports entertainment and sports entertainers is a word that was created. It's a phrase, a terminology, a title that was created by Vince McMahon, because his ass didn't want to pay the sports tax in states anymore. So he made up the terminology sports entertainer because he did not want to say that they're actual athletes and competitors. So if he makes up this phrase, it's more as you're paying the luxury tax just for entertainment, not as a sports capacity. So with you saying that, you're also going on the lines to where that they are actors. We goof on it. We did say that Jordan Grace was an idiot for saying that it's a performance art. But when you're looking to unionize this, you have to play the game and say, just like Vince played the game, you got to play the game. You have to go the same route that Vince did and, be tricky and use certain phrases, certain words to make it seem like, hey, listen, we too follow scripts. Our matches are predetermined, just like on any other sitcom or drama. There's climactic endings and such. Also, my likeness is used all the time. It's always constantly on the network. Every time that they use my likeness, it should be on TV. I should get paid for it. Hell, anytime you see, what was it? Even Jericho had mentioned that he still gets money from a Gruber. So
yeah, but where's his money from WWE?
Right, and even if here's the thing. I remember when I was getting into movies and in theater and stuff, right? And I had a role that was given to me. I had it lined up and everything. It was for a major movie and everything. And I didn't do the movie because my grandfather was dying of cancer, and I really didn't want to take that time away from the family when I didn't know how long my grandfather had, so I had to bow out of the movie, right?
Can you disclose what movie that was?
It was a movie called Clockers by Spike Lee. I actually met Spike Lee and everything. it's set.
Was he a nice guy?
Real cool dude. Spiker's real cool. I met him a couple of times afterwards as well. But that scene, the movie that I was in, that movie I was going to play a murder victim. I was dying right in the opening of the movie, and the whole movie will be revolved about me being killed. Right?
Oh wow! So you would have had a vital role.
Dude, my drama coach told me, "Yo, that was your SAG card right there. That was a Screen Actors card."
Been set.
All you have to do is pay $500 at that time, because it's probably got to be a little bit more now. And I spoke to somebody who was actually one of my patients who's in the Screen Actors Guild. And it was him because I saw the movie he was in. He said, I believe initially he paid, I think it's around $1,200 to get in, and you have to pay union fees every year. You don't even have to be in the movie. Like, there's no quota to how many movies. As long as you continuously pay to stay in their union, you're covered. So, yeah, they're I try to explain to this individual on the page. It's like, dude, you're not getting it. It's better to join a union that's already established, who will honor you with your medical benefits, with your any travel expenses that need to be covered, any reimbursements, any residuals that need to be, anytime that they use your likeness for anything. You can't even be on a poster. Even if you go on a commercial, they have to pay you. WWE does not want to do that. So you know what? No problem. Take them to the union, go to Screen Actors Guild, and basically, remember, we just mentioned that Vince talked about that he want script writers because he wanted to be like Friends, right? Well, guess what? But then because another thing now, because I don't even know, but I have to figure that even the writers are part of a writers guild. There is a writers guild. So I'm wondering if WWE is part of that writers guild as well. So that could be pretty interesting to look up. Fact of the matter is, listen, at the end of the day, if you do a union for all wrestlers, it's not possible, because you have to pay, their union fees, their union dues. But, if you're on TV, you're WWE, AEW, Impact wrestlers, fine, you could cover that. But, Shecky the juggling monkey from Rancho Cucamonga's indie promotion is not going to be able to get in that union. You know what I'm saying? So you can't have a universal wrestling promotion union. Yeah, so guys like Nolo Catano and fucking Brian Burgundy, they won't be able to get into a wrestlers unit because of
what name drops? What name drops?
Thanks. I was just off the, because the other one I use is not real, but those guys, they wouldn't be able to get into a union because it would be too much money for them to get, so they can't be covered. So the better thing to do is to be part of the Screen Actors Guild. It's already established.
For sure. Well, hopefully there's a light at the end of the tunnel of this bullshit. So you can only hope.
So is there any more?
Nope, I'm done. I'm tapping out.
All right, guys. When we come back, we have Around the Square Circle. We have our Survivor Series predictions, as well as what we watched and listened to in wrestling this past week. And stick around. We'll be back in 1 sec.
Stomach is growling.
What's going on, guys? Rich here for RageWorks. Thank you guys for checking out Turnbuckle Tabloid, the hardest wrestling podcast on the RageWorks network. To find out more, visit us at rageworks.net and follow Turnbuckle Tabloid on social media.
Around the Square Circle, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the building. Reviewing what we listen to, what we watch, predictions, what's upcoming, Survivor Series, as well as tons of other shit. Olskey is in quarantine because He licked the frog that had LSD laced all over it, and now he's tripping. He's seen Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns having matches on his bed.
I thought it was I thought they were fried Zeppelis.
Can you even say that with your skinny self? Can you even say fried Zeppelis anymore? Are you okay? Because I'm afraid you say fatty foods and all of a sudden you add 10 pounds to your body.
I'm not even that skinny, bro. I just lost weight.
The skinny bitch Olskey. That's his new tag name.
Yeah, my mom was like, "Did Red call you a skinny bitch on Facebook?" I'm like, "Yes, he did."
Guys, make sure you check out my boy Olskey on the upcoming episode of Funko Hub Popcast. What's the theme? What was the conversation this week?
This week we talked about Funko, the Pop Rocks line. We talked about our favorite musicians, what it means to be turned into a pop in the music industry, and which pops do we want to see in the Pop Rock line. And we have an exclusive review from Jay Santy himself of the new Pop Albums line. So bunch of fun conversation there, and then later on in I guess to start off December, we're gonna have an interview. So
shout out to Little Bit because she has the Backstreet Boys, all
wow.
of them.
That's an listen, man. When you love a musician, you want to get them all.
And shout out to super producer Selly who has the full rundown of all the BTS pops.
Listen, that's the way to do it. I got Ozzy, Post Malone, Axl Rose. List goes on and on, man. It's where do you find that Money in the Bank? The song Champion.
Oh man, somebody has a playlist.
No, it's pretty. There we go. You make it work. But yeah, man, great conversation there. Make sure to check me out on the Funko Hub on Instagram. The Funko Hub.
The Funko Hub, where the hub is nothing but Funko.
And if you want to see me stream on Twitch, you can do that as well. So. Lethal Predator, and no, not for children. People have been asking me that. No, it's for Venom, assholes.
Oh, Lethal Predator.
Yeah, I wanted to change the name, but it won't let me. Twitch doesn't let you change the name for a month, so I got to change it.
Oh shit!
It's a Venom. It's a Venom It's a Venom name that.
Doesn't that suck that all of a sudden you hear Predator and all of a sudden it means that you have to do with touching little children? Like that's
the sad world. The sad world we live in.
Yeah,
because
man,
one of my favorite books about Venom is Lethal Predator. So it sucks. But
terrible.
Make it work. You make it work. But yeah, check me out there. Lethal X Predator on Twitch and the Funko Hub on Instagram.
Kid toucher.
Yeah, right. Terrible.
So what we watched, what we listened to, what we did this week. You want to do our Survivor Series predictions first?
Yes, let's do it.
All right.
So Survivor Series this weekend, and I think it is the worst built Survivor Series I've ever seen in my life. You agree? The build is terrible.
I don't care. I only really care about one match on this card. Anything else is shit.
Roman and Drew is jizz worthy for me, but besides that, everything else could fuck itself.
But the other thing is, it's because like there's nothing at stake. I mean, every year we have a Survivor Series, and there's nothing that
matters.
Nothing matters to this thing.
Never has, and like I said, I wish there would be a thing where like it's like the All-Star game. That's what I kind of like. They should kind of envision it like the All-Star game, where it's like the winner gets, the brand gets something. Maybe the brand gets, I don't know, the brand gets like the main event at WrestleMania,
right.
Regardless of who, something like that.
I was like, whoever's on the winning teams get to pick whatever. They'll become automatic number one contenders for something. Like there's something
right.
like that.
Right. I like that idea. It changes it up and it makes it important. Just wish Vince would understand that, but he doesn't. So, in terms of Survivor Series, we have a slew of matches to talk about. Some that I'm excited about, some that I'm really not. But Drew and Roman is definitely the puncher there. So, let's go right into it. First match we're going to talk about is Sami Zayn, the Intercontinental Champion, versus the United States Champion, Bobby Lashley. I have Bobby Lashley in this one.
I have Bobby as well, but gotta say, Sammy's been killing it the past couple of weeks, man. Sammy's been killing it.
Sammy's on a roll. I mean, maybe, just maybe, Retribution interferes and maybe Sammy picks up the win there. But I got Bobby. I got Bobby right now. Up next, we have the Street Profits, the Raw Tag Team Champions. Sorry. The SmackDown Tag Champions versus the New Day, which are the Raw Tag Champions. I have the Street Profits winning and then passing the torch.
Passing the torch as in what?
I think to be like the culture tag team.
It's funny that you can't use any other phrase like the black tag team.
No, I just think like in terms of merchandise, in terms of all that stuff. New Day has been around for a while, and I think the Street Profits can get there in terms of likability. And I think if Street Profits win, it solidifies them as a legit team in the company. I like them a lot. So
Street Profits win, and I believe Biggie will have something to do with that.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, he has been teasing it a little. He has been teasing it lately, about being a part of this somehow. Up next, we have the most irrelevant match on the card. We have Asuka versus Sasha Banks. Asuka, Raw Women's Champion. Sasha Banks, SmackDown Women's Champion. Asuka wins by Carmella interference.
If there was something more on the table that I would care about for this match, it would actually be better. But I don't care. I don't care. I go with the same thing. Asuka wins. No, I go Sasha wins because Carmella tried to fuck her over.
Ah, good. There you go. Nice twist of the table there. But Carmella definitely will be a part of this match somehow. Then we have the Survivor Series matches, which are Team Raw, which consists of Lana, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, Peyton Royce, and Lacey Evans. Which, by the way, they did Peyton Royce dirty, son. How are you gonna break her and Billie Kay up just to put them in other random tag teams? Like, are you kidding me?
That, and they're gonna have their iconic moment in the middle of the ring where they both look at each other and they pose and iconic, and one of them slaps the shit out the other, some shit like that, or kicks them in the gut.
What do you mean? Billie Kay's not even on the other team.
She's not?
No.
Oh, I thought they put her on the. Well, okay. Well, who's on the SmackDown team?
The SmackDown team is consisted of Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, Bianca Belair, Natalya, and there was somebody else.
And Bayley.
And Bayley, yes. And
Okay,
Bayley,
Natalya gets the X after she won on SmackDown. She's gonna get booty out, and they're gonna put Billie Kay in there.
You think so?
Yep, they're gonna want that moment. They want that iconic moment.
That is true. I'm surprised they didn't think about that earlier. Maybe they have. Maybe we don't know.
Yeah, tomorrow something's gonna happen where she's gonna get that.
Team SmackDown stacked though. I got Team SmackDown on this one. You have Bianca Belair, Bayley, Liv Morgan, and Ruby Riott, which I think are gonna be great names after this night. I got Team SmackDown here.
I'm going Raw, and Lana's gonna win it.
Oh my god, I could so see that happen too.
Yep.
As a troll, and Nia Jax is gonna be the one to throw Lana on top of the person to pin her.
Yep.
It's gonna be some stupid shit like
some
that.
Dumb shit like that.
Exactly. Men's matches: we have AJ Styles, Braun Strowman, Sheamus, Riddle, and Keith Lee on Team Raw versus SmackDown, which is Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, King Corbin, Seth Rollins, and Otis. Which, by the way, everyone else qualified but Otis. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I got Team Raw on this one. I think after the build for the past couple of weeks, with them trying to get along, I think at the end of the day, I think Keith Lee's going to take the final pin here. I think Keith Lee is going to win for Team Raw.
Raw wins, and AJ is going to fucking be the arrogant one and gives the pin. And it's because everybody else does the heavy lifting. So, yeah.
Usual heel tactics. And finally, my match of the night, my cream match. This is a match that makes me want to go in my bed right now and lather up.
The sexiest main event in Survivor Series history.
Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. I said it last week.
This match oozes machismo.
Like I said last week when Randy was champion, they'd be stupid to not give us Roman and Drew McIntyre on this night. And I have Roman Reigns winning this one to end the night via Randy Orton interference. I think a lot of interferences this night. I think I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns here.
Gotta go with Roman, but I do want to see. I wanted to see.
It's gonna be a great fight.
But I do want to see that Raw actually wins the majority of the nights. Yeah, I do want to see, but the way it looks on the card.
Think about it this way.
So, Bobby wins.
The
Raw Tag Team male wins.
Street Profits wins. That's SmackDown.
The women tag team win, and
Team Raw men's win.
No, that's it. Team Raw men's, Team Raw women's, Bobby, and yeah, that's
Asuka, maybe.
Yeah, and Asuka. Yeah, although I did say Sasha, but they probably give it to Asuka because.
But there's no way. I think Team SmackDown wins the women's match.
Vince has a fucking hard on for Raw, so like.
I don't know. He's like bipolar with them. He's like he wants to kiss ass when they start struggling. So that is the predictions for Survivor Series, and let's go right into what you listened to this week. Because if you were to ask me that, my answer would be Jim Cornette and just him mad about the whole Zelina Vega shit. I mean, besides that, nothing. PS5 and COVID.
This week I finally watched the Iron Sheik documentary, The Sheik. It was okay. You know, a lot of people praised it. It was all right. I wanted more backstory on the drug addiction. I wanted more of that. Because they make it seem like, though, he's over and he beat his demons. It's like, no, he still fucking smokes crack when he wants, and he still fucking smokes.
100%.
His big thing is weed and crack. He likes to do that shit. That's his thing.
That's his gimmick.
Yeah, that's my gimmick. That's my thing, jabroni. And
Jabroni.
It was sad, the story. The two sad parts was it that after he put Hogan over and Hulkamania began, it was just like, okay, he basically went into obscurity, became a tag team with Nikolai Volkov. They had some runs here and there, but you basically took this guy who was the reason why the WWF explosion happened, and you just treated him like, whatever. Yeah, it's okay. Then he got into the which I remember when it happened, when he got arrested with Hacksaw Jim Duggan on the fucking New Jersey Turnpike. And everybody was like, well, they're not supposed to be with each other. They're heels. One is a heel and one's a baby face. He's a good guy. One's a bad guy. They're not supposed to be with each other. Fine. But after all that shit happened, Hacksaw's push went to shit, and Sheik was basically gone from WWF and was told that he'll never work in WWF again.
Yikes.
And the last part was the death of his daughter. One of his daughters was killed by a boyfriend, and
man, that's not okay.
Yeah, that tore him up. That basically sent his drug addiction into a spiral. So yeah,
shit like that usually does those kind of things.
Yeah, I know as well with Cornette. I also was listening to him and with the whole Zelina Vega thing, and he praised her. He said that, you know, kudos to her for standing up for herself. And he said, in all honesty, what are they supposed to be doing? What can they do with this COVID thing happening and no more live shows? And if you can get money the way to do it, playing, he says, I don't get it. I don't know because I don't either about sitting there watching people play video games, but people are into it.
Hey, I'm trying to get some followers.
Okay, whatever. It's not like it's gonna trickle down to me. What the fuck? I care.
Thanks, dickhead.
But yeah. So it's he gave a praise and kudos for that. But other than that, yeah, that was pretty much what I was into with wrestling this week. I was listening to different. Like What Culture and Cultureholics and all that, but other than that, nothing else caught my eye this week.
Really, nothing else?
Nah, that was pretty much it.
All right, so let's go right into Monday Night Raw, as it was the go home all week round for WWE for Survivor Series, and let's just get into it. So, Red, what started off Monday Night Raw? I'm never really good with what opened up Raw.
Drew McIntyre started it.
Drew McIntyre started the night, and
that's when Miz and Morrison interrupted.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm very flaky with Raw because I only watched part of it. Because remember, I was waiting outside until 11 at night getting COVID tested. So
right.
So I know what happened. I just don't know the right order.
Okay.
in all honesty. So what happened? Drew opened up Raw.
They cut a promo on Randy. Miz and Morrison came out.
Again. How many weeks in a row are we gonna do this now? Like, stop being so boring.
Drew made it clear. He said, "Randy's a very patient man. I'm not a patient man, and if you want to go, we can go right now." And pretty much, you know, Miz did the cowardly thing. Whoa. Yeah, that was pretty much that, which was a prelude to leading up to the championship match that night. Would have been Randy versus Drew McIntyre in the main event.
Cool. So that was actually a pretty good opening. I mean, as it sounds like a good opening. I love the Miz keep teasing that he's going to cash in. Otis never gave me that.
It's funny because Randy's promo was actually good because he talks about suspensions and all that stuff, and he's like, I've been suspended more times than anybody in the back. I spent more time in suspension than many other guys in the locker room who's been in the ring. I'm like, ooh, shit.
Yikes,
that's not nothing to brag about, sir.
That's not an accolade to be showing off.
Yeah, exactly. We might not want to put that on as an award-winning thing, my man.
So what else happened during the night? Let's talk about it. Bray Wyatt defeated The Miz via pinfall after The Miz came out, calling Wyatt a crazed and delusional madman. Is Bray Wyatt a face now?
Yeah, they pretty much flipped him as a face. And the best part about it is that now with fucking Alexa Bliss is just way over now.
Big time.
The best part of that match was Morrison trying to intervene in the match, and Alexa Bliss just hopped on his ass out of nowhere, and they both went over the fucking barricade.
Yeah, no, she's gonna be the Nutcracker.
It's Harley. She's Harley Quinn.
Yeah, she's Harley Quinn, that's all we wanted. That's all we wanted, ladies and gentlemen. Miz tried to apologize before the match, saying that there was no good reason to have the match, and instead, let's find a peaceful solution. Didn't happen. Bliss came out and said he says no. Pretty interesting. They had a match, and of course, Bray Wyatt won via Sister Abigail. Not surprised there. We got Asuka, Mandy Rose, and Dana Brooke, members of Wait, I thought Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke were kicked out of Team Survivor Series.
Right. So this is what happened. Bro? Apparently, Mandy and Dana apparently got hurt, but once again, it's another instance where Mandy got hurt because of La Bruta, the brute herself, Nia Jax, fucking injured her again, and apparently this is not fucking Fabe, it's a shoot. So.
Of course.
Yeah, she fucking hurt somebody again, which there was a fucking conversation
someone needs to have Big Show needs to train this bitch.
No, seriously, she needs
to be a monster. Like,
she needs to work, and I think she's really full of herself to where that she needs to understand that you listen. Cornette has even said it. Jericho has said it. There's people in the business who come off like big guys and like giants in the business, but when they hit you, it's almost like being hit with a pillow. They know how to work. Somebody needs to work with her about that, and it's not even about how people take a bump, how they fall. This has become way too habit forming with her. Even Slick was like, Slick made a comment. He was like, "Oh, you can't blame Nia for that." And I was like, "Bro, here's a list of all the people she hurt in the past fucking 2 years, man."
It's longer than Santa Claus's good list.
It's
ridiculous.
It's not a good look for her in the way she's going at it.
In my notes here, it says before the match, Baszler and Jax told Lana to not tag in under any circumstance. I find that funny. That's what we're thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Baszler did her stomp to the arm on Rose on the ring steps earlier in the match, which threw her out. Then Baszler locked Asuka in with the Kirifuda clutch, but of course Lana tagged herself in and hit a kick for a 2 count. Of course, them being pissed off, Jax, of course, puts Lana through the table. Say it.
Week 9. No, 10, is it? Or is it
I think it's week 10, bro.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Again, she goes through a table, and I can't, man. So now, because of the injury, Rose and Brooke are no longer. They're not able to compete at Survivor Series, and Peyton Royce and Lacey Evans have taken their place. Boring, whatever. Retribution defeats Riddle, Keith Lee, and Braun Strowman and Sheamus via pinfall. Retribution definitely need that win after the jobbing they've been doing the past couple of weeks, maybe even a month. But it was by roll-up. Mustafa Ali rolled up Riddle. I actually ended up seeing this match, and I actually liked it a lot. I found this match genuinely enjoyable. I like seeing them try to work together as a team, like the process of them between Retribution, but Retribution picking up the win there, which, like I said, enjoyed. We had Jeff Hardy almost raping Elias. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that.
Why not? Why not?
After Elias plastered the backstage area with a wanted posters featuring Hardy and the car crash that took Elias out a few months ago, Hardy insisted he'd been proven innocent and threatened to do worse than hit Elias with a car if he didn't back down. Getting real close to Elias there. They almost kissed.
It was magical. I heard birds chirping.
It's crazy. Asuka was interviewed backstage and said she was looking forward to beating SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Asuka is the worst promo in the business. I don't care what nobody tell me. I love how Vince says you could be a good wrestler, but you need to be a good promo to be champion. Nah. Obviously not. Where's Cesaro at, man? Show my man Cesaro some fucking love. If you make this broad fucking speak on with a microphone, you're a joker. It's ridiculous. What else happened? We had the Raw Tag Team Championship match. What do you thought about it? New Day defeating the Hurt Business via pinfall to regain the titles, but I was told it's a good match.
Solid match, really solid match. I like this is an angle that could work for a while, but we know that after Survivor Series, Hurt Business is getting those tag titles.
They are big time, and I think it's needed. Hurt Business is the hottest thing on Raw right now, and it definitely could work in Raw's favor in terms of ratings. Before I go to the main event, anything else happen, Red?
Firefly Funhouse had a segment. It was cool. It was their typical stuff. And no, that was pretty much it that I know of.
And the main event of the show, we had Drew McIntyre defeating Randy Orton via pinfall to regain the WWE Championship. 2-time WWE Champion Drew McIntyre is now. I creamed myself. I actually watched this match to end the show. When I got home, right in time, I think, to finish the damn main event. And let me tell you, I saw it coming. Drew and Roman sounds like a show saver. It truly is what's best for business. Randy will get this title again. And like I told Red last week, Randy losing this belt now and regaining it now only adds his numbers up so he could equal with the record.
Yeah.
What do you think they're trying to do? They're trying to make it so Randy Orton climbs that ladder a little bit more so they could have Randy and John for the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
That's the goal here, okay? That's the goal. Randy and John, tiebreaker, WrestleMania. Who's going to who's going to beat Ric Flair's streak? That's going to be amazing. So, of course, they have to make Randy get closer and closer. He was at 13, now 14. He's going to be at 15. And then he's going to win it again, 16. And John's going to beat him and break the record. It's going to happen. I'm sorry. It's going to fucking happen. But what do you think about the main event? Because Adam Pearce interrupted, which, by the way, I'm loving Adam Pearce on WWE television.
Yes.
I love an authority figure. I love a general manager, quote unquote. I love that I love to know there's a reason why they're fighting. And Adam Pearce is that guy. He interfered, saying that the match continued. We got Orton going through a table. We had some back and forth action. We got an awesome Claymore. What do you think about the main event? As Drew McIntyre is your 2-time WWE champion.
I never understand how people talk about Randy's boring in a match. I don't.
Not at all. He has fun to it.
And when he especially when he's a heel, face Randy bothers me. But when he's a heel, he's always clicking on all cylinders. So with this match, especially with the restart after he tried to leave and Pierce was like, "Get your ass back in that ring," it meant something, and that's what is lacking when it comes to WWE these past few months. And this match was very impactful, and I was happy to see that Drew McIntyre pull out the win.
Which actually, I do want to make a side note. I scratched that. I did actually watch something that wasn't wrestling related. That wasn't like the regular programming. Undertaker was on Hot Ones this week on the Wing Show, and the host asked Undertaker if I was a new wrestling fan and I wanted to watch a few matches in the archives to get a sense about what this sport is about, which matches would you direct me to? And he said he gave 3. He said it was Ricky Steamboat and Flair.
Okay.
Anything with that, he said Undertaker and Shawn. He was like, he said, listen, I don't want to say this, I don't like my ego, but he goes, I have to be honest. Undertaker and Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 25.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, which confuses me, but I kind of get his point. He said Edge and Randy Orton from last year's WrestleMania.
Really, the greatest. Really,
and he didn't say it was the greatest match. He said that because you get everything that the business offers in those 3 matches. Think about it. You get a great technical match between Flair and Steamboat. You get a great storytelling match with Undertaker and Shawn, and then you get a great hardcore kind of match with weapons and stipulations. He goes like, you get a flavor about what is there.
No, that wasn't the greatest match ever. That was the WrestleMania.
No, he's not calling it the greatest.
No,
match.
I'm saying no, but that's not the greatest. Not that match. You're talking about the WrestleMania match. Which match is he talking about?
Between who?
You said Randy and Edge.
Yeah, the recent one that just happened.
Right. Remember, there's 2. There was the WrestleMania match that they had, and then there's the
WrestleMania.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, WrestleMania.
Yeah, because either one was cool, but I don't think that's like top 3 to watch. Okay, maybe that is like.
He said.
To watch it, it draws you in.
The reason why is because WWE has multiple altitudes to the program. You get technical, you get storytelling, and you get hardcore / like kind of like what they did with like stipulations and weapons. He said if you want to know what the business is about, you watch the variety of matches, not the greatest technical. You watch the different flavors it provides.
And by the way, he ate them hot wings like a G, and he didn't even touch the milk.
Nope. He actually did good.
Right.
One of them, he was like, "Oh fuck," but the rest of it, he took like a champ. So just wanted to point that out. It was a great interview. Which, by the way, the host was like, "Can you tell us about the time you wrestled as Commando And Undertaker was like, nobody has ever asked me that question. With the year of me doing interviews, no one has asked me how I felt about doing Commando. He goes, it was fucking terrible.
It's a Suburban Commando. The movie?
Yeah, no, about him playing the wrestler Commando. He wrestled under the name Commando in a
Oh God, I have to
early on in his life, his first wrestling.
I gotta look that up. That's shit.
He even said, I was wrestling for nickels and dimes at that time. He was nah. God. He was like, that was my first ever name, Commando. Funny. Let's go to AEW Dynamite as Oh man, okay. Let's just go right into it. I actually did not mind AEW that much at all this week. It wasn't that bad. Once again, I don't know what's fucking started the show.
Started the show was
sorry. It was Young Bucks
Flight
versus Top Flight.
Top Flight. Which, by the way, private party. Yeah. Looks like somebody's coming for that job, kid. Yeah.
Looks like Top Flight.
Oh yeah. Looks like Top Flight is coming for that position.
Can I say a hot take? I didn't think Top Flight was impressive at all.
Yeah, you can say that, but yeah, they opened up the show and pretty much everybody was watching. Yeah. Don't worry, House of Glory will always take you back. Don't worry about it. It's cool.
House of Glory will always book you.
They always take you back.
So Young Bucks defeated Top Flight. It was their debut. The newcomers supposedly looked good due to my notes. I didn't think it was that good. It was okay. It was the timing was off every once in a while, but of course the Bucks end up winning at the end.
Because they can't have a wrestling match. Everything has to be
flippity floppity floopity,
and everything has to be double teams and jumping out of the ring, and it's just impress me with a wrestling match, and then sprinkle that stuff in. Then I'll be like, okay, this is solid.
I was excited and impressed with the end of the match, though, because at the end of the match, TH2, the Hybrid 2, attacks Top Flight after the match, and the Bucks ran him off. That match is a good starter match for Top Flight to see what they could do. TH2 versus Top Flight could actually be pretty good.
Guys.
TH2 is not bad.
What the fuck?
They're actually better in their...
What is Young Bucks, though? What are they?
That's what I didn't like that part. Helping them after being dicks. I don't know. I don't get the Young Bucks part. But for TH2 to come and make that a feud now between them and Top Flight, which too many tag teams. I do like the fact that we could possibly see TH2 versus the Top Flight next week or in 2 weeks. So yeah. After that, we had the opening segment of Viva Las Vegas, which MJF treated the Inner Circle to a Las Vegas vacation. It played over 2 parts over Dynamite, but I guess we'll just talk about the whole thing right now. The first half saw the crew gamble with MJF stealing Sammy Guevara's cards during blackjack. Wardlow and Jake Hager always mean-mugging each other, visiting an after-hours club. Conan comes in the beginning of the night, and they hotbox in a limousine. They get drunk. They get high, which... At the end of the day, thank you to that punk Isaac. He told me what this was. This was a spin-off. This was a rib towards The Hangover. I had no, like I said, I didn't even think about that until now. I was telling Isaac, I'm like, what the fuck was that? And he told me it was the Hangover spoof, and he is 100% right. It was, and that's not even a prediction. That's legit, like what it was. Conan takes the party to the next level with some marijuana and more shenanigans. The second half imitated The Hangover, like it says in my notes, as everyone woke up in a hotel suite. Sammy got married 3 times, and they found baby Hornswoggle in a diaper. People said the sketch was silly fun. People said that Ortiz vigorously pumping lightweight iron was the top highlight for most people. Wardlow and Hager tried one-upping each other, and of course... yeah, that's what that was. Shout out to my man Heel Josh on TikTok for the dickhead who responded to my message saying that AEW doesn't take themselves seriously and instantly blocked me in 5 minutes. Do me a favor, guy. Get a fucking life and understand the business more, because you tell me to watch the product. Motherfucker, I watch the product via job. Suck dick, bruh. What do you thought about this segment, Red, about fucking this Viva Las Vegas?
I didn't care.
Hornswoggle as a baby.
I didn't care. I didn't care.
Okay, but people need to hear what you have to say, bro.
I didn't care. It was stupid. It's like I said, this whole shit. I'm just turned off by it.
This thing,
Jericho and MJF are dying in the withering rain.
It's just not. Listen, it's just not for me, man. I guess I'm older. I don't look at this shit as funny or entertaining. It just.
Nah, it's cringe. It's cringe.
I don't know what they doing. Why does it even matter? What's the payoff? It's dumb. It just looks like filler for a show. When you were like, guys, can we book these guys to be in fucking matches or some shit? Like, come on.
Yeah, I want to see MJF versus Sammy Guevara.
Just wasted fucking talent, man. If you could have put fucking LAX versus I'm Proud and Powerful versus fucking Top Flight. Like, come on, man.
Facts. Is agreed. It's true. It's true. Up next, we had Orange Cassidy defeating Kip Sabian in a quick bout. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was okay. At the end of the match, we have Miro rushing to the ring and clotheslines Cassidy. I guess we'll be getting Miro and Orange Cassidy in the future. The match was okay. Like I said, the match was cool, but at the end, I guess this is build up for Miro and Orange Cassidy. Red, do you like Miro right now?
No. It's horrible what they're doing with him. Well, he's doing it to himself. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. In the back, cameras caught an altercation between Jade Cargill, the girl who got called Heffa last week, and stomped the arm of Brandy Rhodes inside a folding chair. Nyla Rhodes and Vicky Guerrero held back officials as Big Swole, Red Velvet, and Serena Deeb ran in to protect Brandy. I guess we're going to have to watch that painstaking match. We're going to have to see Jade Cargill versus Brandy Rhodes soon. And I want acid in my fucking eyes. Are you excited? Red, what do you think?
The build-up that nobody wants.
Yeah, this match is going to be
the build-up that nobody asked for.
I'd rather see Disco Inferno versus Shaquille O'Neal than this shit. Like, any day of the week. Like, come on, bro. Oh, my God. Cringe. Just terrible. John Silver announced that Anna Jay will compete against Hikaru Shida for the title next week. Why? I have no idea. I haven't seen Anna Jay even wrestle. So how the fuck is she getting a championship match? Probably on Dark. Whatever. This happened because Mr. Brody Lee demanded the opportunity due to Jay winning 4 in a row and breaking its... Oh, Jay's been winning on Dark. How do I know that? I need to watch a different program to understand the reasoning behind these matches. It's so stupid. So stupid. What else we got? We got the contract signing between Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley couldn't show up because he got hurt in the back. Kenny Omega comes out looking all professional with the woman in the brooms. Hocus Pocus.
Hold on a second. Hold on. All right, there you go. Yeah, I just want to make sure because it doesn't look like it was recording. Go ahead.
During the contract signing, Kenny Omega comes out wondering where Moxley's at. And Moxley is hurt in the back, bloody nose. Kenny Omega saying it's an excuse and that he's lying. First it was this, now it's this. Stop making excuses and you can't hide from me. Kenny Omega signs. Red, are you enjoying a more serious Kenny Omega here?
Yeah, at least it's giving him somewhat of a character. Because he's another one that... Like I said, the only time I ever seen him passionate was in Japan. Here, it's just it's like if he's phoning it in. Which, by the way, there was just someone released an interview with Kenny Omega stating that if WWE came knocking, he would go.
Who?
Kenny Omega. He said if WWE came knocking, he would go. He says he's a kind of performer. He's a performer.
He's a WWE kind of guy
who would do it because that's what the fans would want to see. So yeah, he said he would do it.
Wow. So that basically he just told Triple H to give him a call. Okay.
Yeah.
Fun to know there. Darby Allin had a video this week where his pants were on fire.
Yeah, was that before or after he was on top of the church and walked into it?
I think that was before. I don't know. I love Darby Allin, but these videos are getting kind of annoying. And it's sad because I love Darby Allin. Darby Allin's one of my favorite talents on this show. Like I love Darby Allin. I do. He reminds me of Tony Hawk having sex with Steve. Like I just love his character.
If Tony Hawk and Sting had sex and made a midget Marco stunt with fucking makeup with talent.
I just love Darby Allin, but these videos are not cutting it for me. So let's just skip through that. What else happened? What else we got? We got Oh, sorry. We got Oh God! But AEW released a short film promoting the company. What do you thought about that? People are saying that was a really, very, very, very good. And
No, it was professional. It was good. Yeah, it was good.
It was by Director X, which is the director that you and me were being told about that were working with Power Party. But
Yeah.
They're working with everyone else, so who cares? And finally on AEW this week we had the main event, which was actually no, sorry, 2 more matches. Serena Deeb versus Thunder Rosa, which actually was not that bad. What do you thought?
Yeah, and
Serena Deeb wins. I'm happy she did, because if they just gave it, if it was a placeholder to find out where Thunder Rosa was, I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed.
Thunder Rosa, like she almost had like a couple of wardrobe malfunctions. Like her shit was like all over.
Yeah, no, her cooch was popping out.
Yeah. What the hell?
But Britt Baker interferes after the match. Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker program sounds great. I'm all for that. Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa sounds like a great program for me. But really good match. Am I wrong to think that was actually an impressive women's match on AEW television?
The rarity when they could pull it out their ass.
But yeah, so that happened. Pretty good match. Way too many commercial breaks, though, in my opinion.
I'm kind of worried about NWA though.
Why?
A lot of their talents are leaving, and a lot of their titles are being defended in other places. So I'm kind of worried whether or not that promotion is going to be able to stay alive, man.
I don't know, but what's that girl's name?
MLW is
thriving.
They're restarting, so that's a good thing for them. I can't wait to start looking at that again. And Marty,
who's that girl? Who's that girl in?
Marty Bell. Marty Bell left. She's
and guess what? She's not even good.
No, she's not. She's terrible.
She's green as goose shit. So the fact that she left the company like she's a free agent, like she's fire, I'm like, no, you should have waited.
She's gonna end up going back to Impact.
Yeah, man, I could totally see it. Also on AEW, we got Pac returning to the ring to end the night. It was Pac versus, I think it was the Blade, and pretty good match. It was quick. It was to the point. It did its job, of course. And then at the end, Eddie Kingston comes out after doing commentary, attacks Pac, and then Pentagon comes out with the worst predicted chair shot. No, sorry, that was Pentagon. Phoenix comes out first to protect Pac. It ends up being them beating up Pac. Being up Pac and Phoenix. And then Pentagon comes out with the worst timed chair shot I've ever seen in my life. If that wasn't predictable, I don't know what is. I could have won Lotto with that prediction. But the Death Triangle is back, and we probably will be seeing Death Triangle versus Eddie Kingston and Butcher and the Blade soon. Did you enjoy the main event? I'm happy Pac and the Death Triangle are back together.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. That's where that team should be. It should be those guys, especially if they got all the shirts made. They need to sell them shits. So
and also Pentagon and Phoenix said after the night that there's going to be an AEW versus AAA event coming soon, like a Survivor Series kind of thing between AAA and them, and that's why the buildup is right now.
I don't think it's AAA. I think it's CMLL. I think that's what it is.
I heard AAA, but all right.
But they're talking about they were misquoted and saying that their loyalties were AEW, and they're like, really, we're just doing it for whoever it is. So they felt that they were misquoted. But you did miss one match. You missed Team Taz versus Cody and I forgot the who else was in the match.
It was Cody, Darby, and I think it was.
Was Dust? I forgot who was in the match. In any case, but at the end of the night, you get a heel turn by Willie Hobbs, and it's like, what?
I'm not mad at that though.
But
because to be honest, Team Taz kind of looked weak, and now you have Brian Cage and Willie Hobbs together. That's kind of like big boys. Like,
but this is what I don't understand. You for weeks you've been cutting this babyface promo with him, being a guy from the streets. His brother died from gun violence and all this shit. Then, in a snap of an eye, I'm a bad guy now. It's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, no, it didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense.
Whatever,
but Willie Hobbs is a new member of Team Taz, and that ended the night there. NXT, the Cinderella story continues on NXT after Leon Ruff. I'm done. Leon Ruff defeats Johnny Gargano again to retain the North American Championship with the help of Damian Priest. Are you enjoying this Leon Ruff angle? You think it was too? You think it's too much now? You enjoying it?
No, it's fun, and
Especially this helps to elevate Damian Priest, that whole storyline. I love that, man.
Yeah, it's good, man.
Anything for him, man. Like that guy is fucking. He's money, man. You could print money for that motherfucker. Leon Ruff and Gargano, they could always enjoy their time at NXT. Is cool, but you got to get Damian ready for the next level, man.
Which I think Vince is going to be very high on Damian Priest, in my opinion. It's the Baron Corbin they always wanted.
I'm kind of It just also kind of makes me fucking nervous about that. So
yeah, in a way, sure. But yeah, Priest helped Ruff retain, and Johnny Gargano is livid. At the end of that, I think Ruff slapped Damian Priest in the face.
Yeah.
Oof. Well, Damian Priest is winning that one back. Yowzers. Okay. So after that, we had Ember Moon and Toni Storm versus Candice LeRae and my notes are all fucked up, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Hold on. Give me a minute. Sorry. Toni Storm and Shotzi Blackheart fought Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai, correct?
Right.
Okay, thank you. Jesus Christ, this shit's terrible. It was announced that at TakeOver War Games, it's going to be Shotzi Blackheart versus Team Shotzi versus Team Candice. You can only imagine it's going to be Shotzi, Ember Moon, Toni Storm, and probably someone else. And the other team's going to be Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez. You know the deal. The tag team match was pretty good here. I do like Raquel Gonzalez, and I do think that she should separate from Dakota Kai eventually.
Shit, after she slammed the shit out of fucking, what was that, Boa?
Yeah, she beat the shit out of Boa last week, which Boa looking like he just went through a drug addiction in the back after William Regal found him. I don't know what the fuck that was about. But after Dakota and Raquel lost to Toni Storm and Ember Moon in a pretty fun tag team match, Kai and Gonzalez joined in on a post-match beatdown, which led by Candice LeRae and Indy. So I guess it's going to be Indy, Candice, Kai, and Raquel as the team. And then I guess we'll find the last member of the other team later on. Enough issues between the women involved to make it important. It mattered. I love Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart. Those are my boos. Well, more Shotzi than anything. And it leads to their War Games match coming. So that was fun. We had Dexter Lumis versus Cameron Grimes in a blindfold match this week. Right? What do you thought about this gimmick?
I was fucking turned off by this shit. It was stupid.
Someone said in the notes during this bout, I realized I'm getting tired of this feud.
Yeah, no, it's serious. It's. I love Cameron, but
it died real quick. Huh?
Yeah, this shit died on the fucking operating table. It's fucking over. Whenever you do a blindfold match, the reason why you have a blindfold match is because one of the constituents, one of the wrestlers, was blinded for some reason, be it by fire, be it by not water, but like chemicals, whatever. So for him to have a fair advantage, you would blindfold the other guy, right? No reason why to have this match. No, it was stupid. Supposedly in the match, Grimes was stumbling around and then beat up the referee. Both men were eventually unmasked, and Lumis chased Cameron. You all right over there?
Bro, I've been talking for a straight hour. My throat is shot.
You all right over there?
Hold on, I'm drinking my water, bro. I'm literally tearing up. That was bad. That was bad.
This segment is brought to you by COVID-19.
No, it's talking for a straight hour.
The virus that you can get just by not wearing a mask. COVID-19.
Of course, Grimes escaped through the crowd, and Lumis is on top there. This needs to die. Kushida defeated former Raw Underground star Arturo Rujas, and unfortunately, I have the breaking news that Arturo Rujas actually tore his bicep and will be out for a long time.
Hey, that's the same injury that fucking Edge got.
Yep, and that's unfortunate because I actually like Arturo Rujas. I love him a lot. You know, him and Cesaro would be a fucking fire ass tag team.
Mm-hmm.
But Kushida wins here, and I'm saying Kushida gets an NXT Championship match, bro.
NXT Championship match, or he gets at least another North American title shot.
Yeah, something. It looks like Tommaso Ciampa's issue with the conduct of the locker room has led him to Timothy Thatcher. Thatcher and Ciampa, I'm all in.
Yeah,
Sign me up, motherfucker. Sign me up. Thatcher told Ciampa that he has no problem with him, but that will definitely change. Boa told William Regal, who went to his house looking for answers, that she is coming. I'm actually excited for this stable, man. What do you think?
There's another one coming.
The stable with the Boa and Zia Lee and whatever the fuck they're gonna be, like the Ninjas Turtles or something like that.
Somebody else coming? Yeah, because the light show and the fucking the pageantry with the flying dragon and shit like that looks cool.
It reminds me of that show on Disney Channel, the Dragon Warrior or whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah, or the fucking Jackie Chan adventures and shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm not being xenophobic. It's fucking they're Asian. I mean, come on. And it actually shows me like, shut up.
Yeah, I do. 100%. That's a compliment. Another compliment: Rhea Ripley versus Io Shirai, bro. Wow, just gotta give that a.
It was the best thing that happened on the night.
I gotta give that a round of applause because that was fucking phenomenal. Rhea Ripley.
It was the best thing that happened on the night.
Rumors are saying Rhea Ripley will be ending her time in NXT,
and especially the way that they fucking did it. They gave hugs and fucking were crying. So yeah, it looks like she's done.
Rhea Ripley's done. I think it's official. I don't think they need her in NXT anymore. I think the main roster badly needs her.
I think they kind of fucked her up in the end because at least, you know, the last few weeks she wasn't looking too good in certain matches. Right. But I think this was the cherry on top for her to go out. Would I be surprised if she popped up at Survivor Series tomorrow? Yeah, I would like to know where, but I think it would be fun to see her pop up somewhere.
I think she's gonna debut on Monday Night Raw, and I think that she will be. I think she'll be on Raw, and I do think that she will be debuting on Raw. I don't think she's gonna be on Survivor Series.
Who is Asuka feuding with now? No one, right?
My right hand.
Well, I don't know why you'd be feuding. I would think that you guys would be loving each other, but that's another thing.
Shit went awry. I don't want to talk about it. Shit got suspect. I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, I think she'll be on Raw, and I think that it's needed. I think Rhea Ripley is a great talent. She's underutilized on NXT because she's done her thing. She's made the rounds. Which, by the way, didn't talk about this in Wrestling Rundown, but what are your thoughts on Triple H saying that he wants a second NXT show because these young talent aren't getting enough in-ring time due to no live shows?
Yeah, sure. And as well as it should. We've been crying for that for the longest. That roster's
like an AEW Dark kind of idea.
Yeah, and put it on YouTube. Whatever. You got the facility. You might as well
it's going straight to the network. You know them. That'll be their network show.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, you got fucking Main Event. You got fucking, what is it, 205. You got Superstars, whatever the fuck it is that you have on there. Fuck it, man. Just
more content.
Put NXT Superstars. Fucking put it there. Whatever.
Exactly. Do something there. And finally, to close that, which, by the way, of course, Rhea Ripley did lose, but like you said, all emotions there. Io Shirai on top once again. Rhea Ripley probably is going to the main roster after this. And then finally, we had Finn Balor coming out and Lord Undisputed Era to return. Finn Balor is back, and it looks like we have ourselves a War Games match, ladies and gentlemen. Finn Balor closed the show. He cut a promo that put himself over for being the badass he is, but also gave Kyle O'Reilly appreciation, saying that their match was great. He was cut off by Pat McAfee and his posse, and Pat McAfee showed off, saying that he said that Finn Balor was sipping steak through a straw. Oh man, that shit's fucking hilarious. Yeah. McAfee, the best mic guy in the company right now. Also speaking about how they took out Drake Maverick and Killian Dane, how they took out Breezango and Undisputed Era. Finn Balor didn't care, and Finn says he's back and he didn't come alone. That was the cue as the entire Undisputed Era, Adam Cole and company, joined Finn Balor and beat up the new crew, the new Pat McAfee crew. And it has been announced that at War Games it'll be Team McAfee versus Team Undisputed Era. And wow. Red, are you excited for this?
Well, wait a minute. That's 5?
No. Finn Balor's not going to be in it.
Oh, I thought Finn was going to be in it. Oh, okay.
No, it was just him saying, you're not my problem. They're your problem.
Oh, okay.
So, it's going to be 4-on-4. But are you excited for this? This is going to be good. And we always enjoy War Games. Isaac falling asleep.
That's how
it's a tradition.
Yeah, you gotta have Isaac falling asleep during War Games.
It's a tradition.
We gotta keep it just like Christmas and Thanksgiving. War Games and Isaac falling asleep is a tradition.
Death taxes and Isaac falling asleep in War Games.
That's all that's all is guaranteed.
Absolutely. So that was NXT. Great. NXT's getting better by the days, and I'm excited to see it. On SmackDown, let's go to SmackDown quickly as we have the New Day and the Street Profits defeating Robert Roode, Ziggler, King Corbin, and Sami Zayn via pinfall. Why this match happened?
I don't know.
The New Day were doing an Undertaker tribute, and everyone else randomly came out and said, "Stop."
Yeah, please. They did us a favor. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they did. It was cringe, right?
Yes, very much so.
But Montez Ford hit Zayn with a frog splash, and both teams, New Day and Street Profits, look at each other for their match on Sunday.
And JD is very high on Montez Ford, man. He says he can't wait to see him. Can't wait to see him break away and become a solo star.
I am too. Montez Ford's a fucking star. If that's not clear, I don't know what is. Daniel Bryan was backstage with when Sami Zayn walked into his interview. Bryan laughed at Zayn. Zayn tried to confront him, only to be shoved by the ground. I love how Daniel Bryan was wearing that mask.
No, he slapped the shit out of him.
Yeah, he slapped the shit out. But here's my thing, right? Daniel Bryan wears a mask in front of Sami, but then goes in the interviewer's face and with no mask.
Well, it was because he wanted to give that whole premise that it was like social distancing and kind of shit.
Well, I love it. Pro social distancing, guys. Be social distance.
But y'all ain't saying nothing about my man with his new poppy shampoo haircut, boy.
Yeah, Dan Bryan got that. Dan Bryan got that. Boricua's cut his hair. Who cut his hair? Dominicans?
That's Dominicans, pa. That's all them Dominicans out there, bro. Shout out to my Dominican barbers. They hooked them up.
I think he looks good, man. Daniel Bryan is, and which, by the way, the rumors are probably true. After Survivor Series, the program will be Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan, and I'm all for it. So yes, Sami Zayn got shoved there. Adam Pearce announces that Otis and Bayley have been chosen for their respective teams for SmackDown and Survivor Series. We already spoke about that. That was good picks in my opinion. It keeps Otis relevant. Whatever.
Guess everybody was thinking that Big E was getting that pick, huh?
Yeah, no. He'll be fine. Survivor Series qualifying match is after Natalya threw a temper tantrum. We had Natalya defeating Tamina via submission. Random match, very random. You could have thrown Billie Kay in there, man. But I digress. Natalya, with the sharpshooter, finally got the job done, and Natalya's on Team SmackDown. We get the contract signing between Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. My favorite part of the night. Please tell me you enjoyed that in the mic work without even the usage of mics.
That's what I'm saying. I loved it. I love that it was done without the mics. It was.
And by the way, Roman has become a great promo.
Oh yeah, because you're letting him do what he has to do. Don't give him bullet points. Just let him go out there and rip.
Roman's saying that he's been where Drew's been before. He's the right champ at the wrong time. Their conversation. I love how the small details matter. As Roman Reigns didn't go across the table, he went to the head of the table.
Yeah, exactly. Switched them around.
Which, that's his gimmick. He's the head of the table. That's detail. That's what I like to see. Those small things go a long way.
He told Drew, "You're my favorite. You're my favorite number 2." Oh shit!
Savage. That had to be my favorite part.
He said, "Your time will come when I'm done with it." He said, "Your time will come, but just to let you know, you're my favorite number 2."
Absolutely amazing. Like Reigns made his, Reigns stared McIntyre down and told him he knew he would beat Randy Orton on Raw, and that he loves him. He goes, "I love you, man," but not gonna happen. McIntyre said he's gonna fucking beat him. Blah blah blah. Roman said that one day McIntyre will love him for the lessons he's taught him, and Reigns will love him right back because McIntyre will always be his favorite number 2, like you just said. That is awesome. Also on SmackDown, we got my favorite match of possibly the week. I really enjoyed this one. Murphy defeating Seth Rollins via pinfall. Man, what a great match. Murphy getting a nice push here. Rollins, if everyone's wondering, Rollins is getting buried. What's going on with Rollins?
He's leaving.
He's
taking paternity leave, bro.
Becky's about to give birth, and he wants to be there for the birth of his child.
Yes.
Which, by the way, don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet. Hopefully, it's a boy. I want to see Rollins Jr. one day.
The man is having a girl.
Yeah, right. But yeah, Murphy wins here. What do you think about this match, man? I think if they cut the camera one more time to Aaliyah, I was gonna fucking piss myself.
Yeah, I mean, come on, it's we get it. Great
match, though. What do you thought?
Nah, it was solid. We all know that Murphy can go. I don't like the storyline. I think it's just wasted. And then now it's like, what's the payoff now after this? Please don't give me a wedding. I do not want a wedding. Please, let's not have a wedding.
I will kill myself if there's a wedding, because then I can't have a chance at this woman.
Yes.
What? Fuck you.
What? Fuck it.
She's legal, bruh. 19. I'm 22. Make it work. Also on SmackDown, we had Carmella attacking Sasha Banks for the third straight week after Banks and Asuka, in a very awkward and uncomfortable interaction between each other, doing basic shit like I'm gonna beat you, blah 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 blah. Carmella sweeps the legs and attacks Banks, hanging her upside down like an ornament, to walk away to end the night. Carmella versus Sasha Banks. Are you excited about that program?
Yes, very much so. No.
Do I think right now? No,
not really. No, not right now. No.
I'm hoping.
It's, like I said, if it was set somewhere else, like in a different time, a different setting, besides this, it would be a great program. But for this, no, I don't really give a shit.
And finally on SmackDown, we had Daniel Bryan defeating Jey Uso in another great match. Daniel Bryan and Jey Uso was fucking great. Everyone's saying, well, there goes Jey Uso's push. It's one fucking match. Shut up. It's one match. And they need to build Daniel Bryan for Roman Reigns after Survivor Series. Great match. Jey Uso showing a lot of offense. Daniel Bryan showing a lot of offense. Daniel Bryan looking great after his break. He looks in shape, looking fucking top notch.
Yes.
And Daniel Bryan wins with the roll up for the win, and that was SmackDown. That's what I watched this week. That's what I listened to this week. I'm done, but before we do, we always got to do it. Who is your superstar of the week?
Got to give it out to Rhea Ripley for giving her our goodbye. Although I wanted to give it to that segment with Roman and Drew, got to give it to Rhea Ripley, and looking forward to seeing her on the main roster real soon.
Absolutely. Rhea Ripley, great pick. My pick for superstar of the week goes to Daniel Bryan after an amazing haircut, an amazing match, and for the first time in years, I saw Daniel Bryan after that match and said, this is the Daniel Bryan from 2016 or no, 2013, 14 with the whole Yes movement. I haven't seen that Daniel Bryan in a long time, and got a nice nostalgia taste, nice nostalgia trip with that on SmackDown with Daniel.
Guys, make sure you check out MLW. They're making their return. Their reboot is coming back soon.
By the way, yeah, go ahead.
I believe in a week or so, MLW will be making their return. Big shout out to Ring of Honor as well.
That's what I was gonna say. Ring of Honor, I'm giving them a lot of love right now.
Didn't shout out Grisham for winning their Pure Championship tournament.
Love there. But let me tell you, they're teasing a feud right now between Jay Briscoe and EC3, and I will cream myself. Jay Briscoe is one of my favorite wrestlers in Ring of Honor of all time, and if we get Jay Briscoe and EC3, I'll watch.
Yes, definitely. Also, big things happening on the build-up for Wrestle Kingdom with New Japan. They have a great rundown after Power Struggle. Guys, you can't say there's not wrestling out there, because there is. And big shout out once again to our guys at VXS who will be they're having an event this Sunday. Eternal Take. I still don't understand the name. I don't get it, but
it's a name of an album from a rapper.
Oh, okay. So make sure you guys show some love. They'll be on Fight, the app, and be sure you check them out. Make sure you check out VXS this Sunday. Other than that, guys, I'm off this set as always.
Brother, hold on. Wait 1 second. I do want to say that you are I have some bad news, bro.
What's that?
I think actually Eternal Take is actually on IWTV this time.
Oh, is it?
Oh no, sorry, wrong. It's on Fight.
Yeah.
My bad. I fucked that up. Yeah. But we're getting Carlitos Cabana.
Oh, nice.
Carlitos Cabana will be there on that night. KTB versus Calvin Tankman.
That's a nice match.
Brian Cage versus Blake Christian, which I'm definitely excited for. JTG will be in the building, and your favorite Too Cold Scorpio, your favorite guy,
right?
Versus Myron Reed. Are you a big fan of Too Cold?
No. It's not anybody that I look on the card and go, oh my god, I gotta go see Too Cold. No, I'm not doing it. No.
Well, much love to Isaac. Shout out to you, boy. Good luck on this.
And good luck to you guys out there. And for all you haters who are trying to stop the show, you really need to pay attention to your own shit. Mind your business.
Snitches get stitches, boy.
So, guys, as always, make sure you check us out on all the podcasting outlets. Check us out on the social media pages. Check us out at RageWorksNetwork.com and at RageWorks.net. And as always, showing love to the Funko Hub podcast, as well as all our other podcasts that are out there for the family and RageWorks. Show them love as well. And continue to follow, continue to listen, and continue to stream and download our show. And as always, guys, I am your host, Jay the Red Santee.
And I am the Mook, Matt Olskey.
And we are out of here. Gonna take a bump. And I don't mean doing coke. We're just gonna take a bump, and we're out of here.
God.
Turnbuckle Tabloid.
3, 2, 1.
Turnbuckle Tabloid.